What do you think of this term London style? Have you heard that?
Yeah, but come on, dude. Like that. Tell me what that is.
Well, no, I was asking you what you think.
Well, I think that like I tried to call my pizza Los Angeles style for so long that I know it doesn't exist, and neither does everyone's either you're trying to make a Neapolitan pizza or you're trying to make a classic New York.
Yeah, I think it's an iteration. I don't know it's the style, but I think what it's showing. I think what it's showing is there's like a growing confidence in London pizza.
100%.
It's a swagger, right?
Yeah, I like that.
It's almost like, hey, come on. It's not just New York. It's London's got something happening.
Yeah.
I think the London style is more the movement.
Yeah.
I think.
And I think that's like building community and awareness that like, like the UK is like nothing to with. Like we got some heavy hitters.
The following podcast is a Pie to Pie production.
Every slice tells a story.
This episode is brought to you by Cairn Spring Mills. It's not your average flour. They stone mill everything, which means enhanced flavors, preserved nutrients, and embraces a more traditional, sustainable way of doing things, all qualities that I want in my dough and in my restaurant. They're here to help you bake your best. Better pizza, better future. Flat iron pepper. When you pop these peppers, you are gonna know. You can smell it, you can feel it, you can taste it. They are liberating pizzerias from low quality pepper flakes. Stop finishing your pizza with crap. Head to flatironpepper.com and join the pepper flake revolution. This episode is brought to you by Maestro Sausage, the only sausage we use at Hot Tongue. They produce sausages specifically with pizzerias in mind. And you can tell. So if your sausage isn't hitting all the right notes, let Maestro lead the way. Slice is building tools now to support the independent pizzeria, and not just Slice users, but the independent pizzeria industry as a whole. Like us, they are telling the stories of the independent pizza shop owners and ultimately creating tools that help the small guy compete with the big chains. This business can be lonely, but with Slice, you can be in business for yourself, not by yourself. Rich, have you been on a podcast before?
Hello, Alex. Yes. yes, I have.
What was the last podcast you were on?
Well, it was before COVID, and it was by Perfect Crust Pizza Liners and Eric.
Eric's a good guy.
Eric and Lloyd.
It was one of those live ones.
Yeah.
On Facebook?
I think it was Instagram.
Fuck, dude, Lloyd is tight.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. No longer with Perfect Crust.
No, we met Lloyd.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
You guys party?
He was at the party last night.
How's everyone feeling?
Lloyd was having a few Negronis.
I bet he was having a couple. Okay.
The party was good. Were you at Tony's?
We hit it early yesterday.
To be fair, this is online though, so I wasn't out late partying or drunk. So if my wife's watching, I definitely didn't do any of that.
No.
No.
We were in bed by 9 as well.
That was 9 p.m. That was a 9 p.m. bedtime?
Yeah, man.
That's not what Instagram said, dude. You and Lloyd look like you guys were doing body shots with Tony G in the back, dude. I think you guys got World Pizza Champion coats last night for the weird things you did in the back there at Pizza Rock.
I mean, I've seen Tony's balls.
Are they? What's like the hydration on Tony's balls?
They're big.
Is that 63?
Smooth.
Like
65.
Do they break?
5.
No.
No. We took them out in the desert, played with them.
Mm-hmm.
They shaped up real good.
I bet. The heat, there was no shriveling or anything?
Yeah. No.
That's beautiful.
But even we had some longhorn sheep come out to watch us in the desert making pizza.
Yeah, on the rocks.
Really?
Yeah, literally looking down on us.
It's pretty sick to have opportunities with like whether it's a Gosney or a Pizza Master or whatever ambassador you are, being taken care of is always nice, especially when it's like 3 people that aren't just like 3 regular people. To me, Rich makes like some of the best content like online that there is, like pizza or not. Like it's so well done. You know, you got a book. You're an author.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Who'd have thought that when I dropped A-level English?
You know what I'm saying? This guy's got a #1 record.
Well, yeah, we're all dropping. No, Rich. These guys were like ahead of me when their content. So when I was starting out, always looked at Scott's and Rich's page for like just like learning and tips, and that's the best thing.
Yeah.
Instagram, man, is just like Instagram, YouTube. It's just I've never had a lesson to make pizza, but I dived into their pages, man. Just learned from that.
What about you two? Like, how did like you start making pizzas or learn how to make pizzas?
So I got Random, random. Like my father-in-law bought me a pizza oven for my birthday in 2020, just before lockdown. And I'd never asked for one. I'd never hinted I wanted one. I didn't want one, and then I'd never made a pizza before.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, I just got home from work one day and there's this box in my living room,
Yeah.
and it said Ooni. I didn't know what Ooni was, and then it was just started from there. Just dived in,
Yeah.
and then it just took off. Like the growth was quick to start with, and then I just loved it. Like meeting these, online meeting like these guys, and I just dived in and loved it. It was and then it kind of just took off, and then opportunities started coming up, like different podcast interviews and
Demo that we did at the garden centre.
Yeah, that was good.
Hitting the high life,
Frost's Garden Centre.
Is that like a Home Depot?
Yeah, a bit
so
like
yeah. In
we did
Milton
it.
Keynes.
We did it. Was that the first thing we did together?
I don't know. I think we've done lots of stuff. haven't we?
Yeah, we've done a lot now, but yeah, just getting opportunities like that was cool.
Yeah.
Like, we were just having fun all day, weren't we? Just making pizzas and
And
getting
your book
paid
had
for
just
it.
come out, so loads of people were coming up going,
Yeah, it was good timing. That was.
Yeah.
Like that was good.
And yeah, just saying yes to everything, man, which is why we come out here.
Yeah.
It's like, why not? Like, as your Instagram grows, you get opportunities and push yourself out your comfort zone and come down and see what happens. And because we were coming out, then shooting in the desert and doing extra things came about through that.
Yeah.
So that's the best bit about it.
Yeah.
Diving in out your comfort zone.
Yeah.
See what happens.
every New Year's resolution is if it's involved with pizza, the answer is yes.
Okay.
There's no no to pizza.
Do you guys live close to each other?
We work close to each other.
Work.
These two do.
So
Okay.
I'm tapping him up at 10 to 1 going, do you want to meet me for a beer?
For a cheeky lunch beer.
Cheeky sandwich.
lunch,
Cheeky sandwich at Miletti's.
Shout out
in
Miletti's,
London.
dude.
Yeah, man.
Those fucking
Yeah,
sandwiches
man.
are fire.
Antonio and Sylvia.
Yeah.
They've been making pizzas for all lunches for about 30 years. They were really famous in Soho. And then they moved out to Farringdon where we work.
Okay.
And when I was a runner, I used to go out and get lunch for my clients, and they'd give me free slices.
How long were you a runner?
About a year,
Okay.
and then you move up to assistant editor,
And then you become like, oh, dude, what is the Blaze Master?
flame artist.
Flame artist.
I
That's
think
got to be the fucking sickest job title. Because when people ask me like, what do you do? I'm gonna say I'm a fucking flame artist. Dude. They're like, dude, you cook with an electric oven. I'll be like, shut the fuck up. Heat is heat.
Yeah,
I never thought about that.
It's Autodesk Flame, but before that it was smoke. So before that I was a smoke artist, and people thought I was the guy at the disco just pressing the button for the smoke. Like
That's
doing smoke
that's
machine.
tight.
Cool job.
Yeah, the smoke machine guy. He's like,
Get him for any disco.
Yeah.
He's in.
But yeah, I'm an editor, VFX editor.
yeah.
Yep. And Chris's role as like creative director for
Ads.
Saatchi and
Yeah.
Saatchi. So if we ever worked on a project together, what leaves my edit suite is what goes on TV, and then Chris is the creative that comes in and goes, can we just move that a little
Hey,
bit
hang
to
on
there?
a minute.
Yeah, this is my
Make
whole
the logo
commercial.
bigger.
Yeah.
You put the finishing touches on it.
I come up with it. Come
Yeah.
up with the idea.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we go shoot it and yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you get the final say.
I guess like coming from that background is like nice because when you're making content, having an understanding of visuals or having like an eye for art, like that also helps. Like you guys like between the two, all three of you, you got like whatever 200,000 followers.
Yeah.
Do you guys all do TikTok too?
We dabble.
I've just gone on.
Yeah,
to
my
TikTok.
dancing's not very good, man. So
Your daughter?
my dancing.
Oh, your dancing's not good?
No, no, it's a lot of management, community management.
shit,
So
yeah.
like, do both, and I want to like, if you're not chatting to people and just pumping content out, you're not going to grow. You're not going to get into it.
Yeah.
So at the moment, just on Insta.
Yeah.
But yeah, the background thing, like having an understanding of editing, picture, being playful with how you shoot. Turn the phone upside down and finding new angles. That like really helps. But the big difference for me is like at work, I'll shoot something like forever and it has to be like perfect. Whereas like Instagram is like near enough is good enough.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of, it's a bit freer in that. Like it can't, I think the super polished stuff doesn't always like fly. but it needs to be. You need to know what you're doing as well, though. So like, you know, your stuff is sick, man. You know, I love watching all your vids. It's like well thought through. A good story comes out and good cuts.
And funny.
Yeah, funny.
We try.
Brits love it.
Thank you.
We
love it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There's Faulty Towers and there's Hot Tongue.
Oh, damn, dude.
Like that level.
I grew up watching Benny Hinn, so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, just sort of having that background definitely helps. But
I think it's like what picking up on what you were saying then, like since I've been meeting up with these guys in person, like, because I've not got that background, I've not got that creative background. My job's completely different, but like watching these shoot, like doing the different angles and just turning your phone upside down, like I've learned so much off these two, and I think like it's made a real difference in my content. Like, it just little subtle things can make such a difference. Like, so these two are like wizards.
It's just mucking around.
Yeah,
really,
it is, but
like
you do have to know what you're doing.
Half
and
my
you
content's
can
shot from a cafetiere, a coffee cafetiere with a tea towel in. But I rest my iPhone on top of it, and it captures the one corner of my kitchen that is tidy and presentable. And I pretty much shoot from there, and then I do a top down from my mug cupboard, teacup cupboard, and that does my work surface. So you can, you know.
Well, I guess like the it's not really about. Like, because an iPhone's like a very powerful thing.
Yeah, man.
Okay? So there's a lot of power, but if you don't know what you're using, and then so there's a huge power in that, and then the editing situation. So getting a shot. I mean, Matt just recently like showed me that like this you should be filming in 60K or 4K 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Totally changed. Like I was usually doing cinematic and like kind of like drown certain things out or like it'll blur shit, and then it's like. You get like nice and tight shots on things too, and like your edits are always clean, and you get the crunch. And it's like, and it's like okay, a story's being told here, but it's like getting creative on like it looks easy, and you can say like oh now with Instagram and shit, but it's like dude, you could have all the sickest gear and everything, but if you don't understand even lighting too, but then you know you're also talking about like don't fucking overthink it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes. Just fucking film it and put it out is better than like sitting there for 4 hours being like, does this look good?
Yeah, you can definitely. But I always
natural light.
Yeah, natural light. Always overshoot. Just shoot loads of stuff. Like be playful with it. Just try a bunch of stuff out with it, and overshoot. And then like you say in the edit, I have a load of shots and I do a rough cut, assemble as they call it, and then like you trim in, and then I watch it back and like that's a bit shit. That's a bit long and flabby. And just being ruthless. Be ruthless with it. If when you're watching it, if that's too long, trim it. If it's not long enough, put more in. But it's got to be good. But a good idea carries like everything.
Yeah,
I think.
What are you guys editing in?
I'm using Splice on my phone.
Okay.
As a little hack. You can go in the subscription. Apple will probably watch it. You can go in the subscriptions and you can change your fee to £9 a year. For the editing, so I've got that and I use that mostly because I just film on my phone. I don't have time to transfer between a Mac and a camera, and I just can edit on the train, edit in the toilet, posting it at work when I'm supposed to be working. Just like
always working.
Everyone
Just maybe
loves
not
a
all
toilet
your
edit.
shit.
Yeah,
Shout out Chris's company.
he's already mentioned it. No, but like you know, just being able to edit here and there. Because the thing we've got is like you've got a job full time. You just don't have time really.
Yeah.
So just trying to fit all this round, which is why like I haven't got time for the lights and the camera, and you know I'm shooting. I shoot every 3 weeks. I'll make 4 like pizzas, stories, whatever, and I'll shoot that in about 5 hours, and that's my content for 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, that's nice, smart.
Have to.
Yeah.
Well, like you say, when you got family and stuff, you have to just take your opportunities. Like my opportunities are on a Sunday because my daughter will be at horse riding and my wife's at work. So that's my day. Sunday I can just shoot and make pizza on my own. Like I'm not getting in the way of anyone else's plans, so you've just got to do it when you can.
If your sausage needs aren't hitting all the right notes, then let Maestro lead the way. Maestro has been working closely with pizzerias for decades. They produce sausages designed specifically with pizzerias in mind. And you can tell, their Italian sausage crumbles look like they were handmade in your shop, and they will taste that way as well. With over 80 years in business, family owned and operated, the family is incredible, and so is their product. It's quality sausage with quality ingredients. Click the link in the show notes. A classical masterpiece awaits you. Back to the show.
How do you manage hot tongue, pie to pie, all the stuff you do? And you've got family as well, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, one, because me and Matt are a team, I think that like that helps. Matt is doing all the editing. He reassures me that I'm doing an okay job, which is very helpful. So he takes care of a lot of all of the editing for this and a lot of the content. He does cool shit. And then Michael and Andrew, who you guys met today, if I didn't have a solid team, I wouldn't be able to leave the restaurant or feel comfortable. But I think there was also years of experience that I'd had prior that it's like it was about setting up a situation where I didn't want to be there all the time because family was going to be the priority, and that was always important. So that being the priority, it made it much easier to get to a place to be able to step away and then feel comfortable, starting this thing with Matt and doing other stuff. But family is definitely like number one. Like I've come home a couple times and told my wife like, hey, I'm gonna like shoot some pizzas in the Gosney, and she's like, no, you're not. And I said, no, I'm not.
That's a familiar story.
Yeah, we know.
And how do you come up with your ideas? You like just brainstorming like between you and your team, just like your sketches, your skits.
Oh, with all like the hot tongue stuff, it was usually like we're like a customer comes in and like does something or says something, and because a lot of the content was about making fun of customers, and that was pretty easy. I think those are our favorite ones, especially when we can get the customers to engage and they're like, "That's so funny." It's like, that's you.
Yeah.
Dude, it's mostly just us talking shit in the back, and we're like, dude, that's a reel. That would be super funny, then executing it.
I haven't seen The Green Man for a while.
Dude, well, we all kind of gained a little weight. We all gained a little weight, and then we're like, dude, I'm not getting in that fucking Green Man suit, because you're like, you can't hide anything in that Green Man suit, dude. And we did this olive oil reel for Corto that no one engaged with and was fucking absolutely mad. But we loved it. But we got olive oil all over it, and so it got retired.
Really?
Yes. We can get another one.
My dream.
We can bring the Green Man back.
If I ever came to LA,
if you come to LA, we'll all get it. I'd like to be the Green Man. In Green Men.
Yeah, I'll be your Green Man.
Yeah. We'll get you suited up.
Well, you should have the pineapple suit.
All the pineapple.
We got that. We got the. We downgraded the costumes because we were running out of room, but yeah, we have a lot of wigs at Hot Tongue.
I need one.
Yeah.
You got one? Can I bring one?
I sometimes love Michael's face on some of the reels because he looks like he really doesn't want to do it, but he's doing it anyway, and I'm like, good sport.
Dude, that's just Michael's demeanor. He wants to do it. He just acts like he doesn't want to do it. He's so fucking good. Like, he's actually like a phenomenal actor. Great pizza maker. Phenomenal actor. So... it's actually true. It's in my like he there was a reel he was in recently. He would get back on camera, and it was like our highest engaged reel in a very long time, where like he froze to the camera and he like tried to translate what this customer was trying to say. Anyways, he's a good sport. Sometimes he doesn't want to do it, and you can definitely tell. But
I like it.
Yeah,
I like his music too.
He's a great artist. He should make another album. You should listen to his other band, Criminal Hygiene, that he was in prior. Oh, very good band.
Check him out.
But he's been making music for forever. Now he's just making fire ass pizza and hopefully the best cheese. We'll find out tonight.
But what I would say though, like you said, we made this thing, we loved it, but it didn't do very well. You got to just make it for yourself, and if you're having a laugh, don't worry. I know it's easy to say when you've got reels that are doing well, but don't worry about that side. And I just think eventually that stuff will come out. So like you should make it for yourself first, not for like views. So you quite often you see people seeing a technique or another reel that they've used, and they're kind of like recreating it. But it's like, what's your voice? Like who are you? And what's your content saying? Why will I follow you and come back? So it's like, should make stuff for you first. It's taken me a long time to kind of like really get there or start to get there. I think my new series that I've just been doing, sort of the first break away from, make a pizza, let me find a weird topping and try and make it sound interesting to maybe say something a bit more, or do something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's great advice. I mean, I think it's taken me 40 years to like realize that like no one fucking matters. Like my friends, my family, and like what you want to put into the world is really kind of the most important. And like you guys are being very nice about the reels that we made, but some are pretty batshit crazy. And like we're making it for ourselves.
I'm
you know
here
what I mean?
for-
Like
I'm here for batshit
we're
crazy.
there. We're there to for it to be fun and like.
Yeah, but
The
you
white-
can tell
when-
you can tell it's real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
and that comes across, and that's what you want, though, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
like
and
you
that's
say,
and
it's
I
gotta-
think that's a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
If you are trying to make like recreate like a fad or do some shit that you see somebody else do, it might work for a second, but like it's not gonna work.
And
No,
you know,
no one else has done white gold squeezing up out of the ground.
And that
like
was
you
my
have.
go-to. Like, in slow motion, dude. People were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
midnight in just before bed, just cracking up. Oh, you guys.
Some people are not here for that, but yeah. Dude, you didn't tell me, how did you get into pizza, Rich?
So I'd been making really below average pizza for about 10 years on and off on a clay stone in my oven. And every time I'd make some dough, I'd go, this is going to be the one that looks like a Neapolitan. That's what I wanted to do. It never worked. So I Googled, is there a portable pizza oven? Thinking there wouldn't be. And Ooni found the Ooni one. And I made my first pizza in it. It got up to 400 degrees, puffed up like a treat. It was probably the worst pizza I ever made, but it was still a million times better.
It was like the worst, best pizza you've ever made. Yeah.
But like nothing I'd ever seen. You know, I was
Yeah.
white gold moment, like seeing those puffs. So I had, I just totally got into it and then went on YouTube. Instagram wasn't kicking off as much then, so it's mostly on Facebook. So there's loads of Facebook user groups back in 2017.
Yeah.
And then I got in. I did have a Gosney at one point. Very nice.
Threw that in the trash, huh?
No, I actually wanted a bigger oven, so then I moved up to the Coda 16.
Nice.
But yeah, it was I fell in love with it. You know, you make that pizza, puffy crust, and then you learn with your friends and community what you're trying. It's a total geek fest, and I love it. And,
When like you all started making pizza, it obviously was like this was a hobby of yours. Like you're just like you got a gift, and we're like, and like, at what point do you start like posting your content or being like, "Fuck, dude, like this is actually a thing"? And then like, at what point, and you can all three answer this. Like, when does Ooni reach out and be like, you might be doing something pretty cool? Because you all three of you are ambassadors.
Yeah.
We got the A.
you got triple A.
Triple A. We got triple A here. Like how does it like start as a hobby and then kind of like turn into like, I know you guys all have separate like jobs outside of this, but like this is it's bigger than a hobby at this point. We're sitting here at a podcast in Vegas.
I wasn't even gonna do it. Like I remember, I made my first pizzas in the Ooni oven, and like I'd already joined the Facebook group because I'd never been on Instagram before it, and I just put a picture of my first pizza that I'd made on there, and the comments were amazing. I got like hundreds of comments on this, and I was like, people just being really nice about it. Like I was like,
and back then, if you posted a picture, it got a lot of engagement.
Yeah,
just
it did.
Just
And
a
then
single pizza.
I did it a couple of times, and then it was my wife. Like she says, you should make an Instagram food account, like a pizza blog.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
Good support.
And I was like, well, no, because I'd never been on Instagram before, like, prior to that, so I was a bit like, nah, I can't be asked with that. Like, but she kind of,
bad idea.
but she kind of like encouraged me to do it, so I did it, and then like I say, that just took off. But without that, like a bit of encouragement, say no, you should do it, and then like you say, now I'm in Vegas doing for the third time in a row doing a podcast. Like it's mental.
Yeah.
Like,
If you think of like the years of work professional work we've been doing and the network of people we should know around the world, it's still nothing compared to the last 7 years of everyone we've met through pizza. Like,
it's a pretty beautiful vehicle.
Who would ever think that would happen or be possible?
Yeah,
just through
you
pizza.
look at all the things you've done, and like you say, if someone had said to me 5 years ago, before I'd even made a pizza, that you're gonna made a book, you've done this, you've done that, you've literally I've travelled the world eating pizza around the world. Like, I'd have just laughed at you. Like, it's just crazy, but it's amazing. Like, it's one of the best things that's ever happened to me. Like, and like I said, it's just strange that I'd never had any interest in pizza before it. Like, because some people's background is, I've always had a love for it, and but mine's not. It's just something just sparked, like, at that point. So yeah, it's pretty
Ignites.
Yeah. I should have pretended I meant that, but yeah.
You did.
I did.
Well, it's just
out.
crazy that you with any story though, especially like getting into pizza or whatever it is. It's just crazy that you got you were gifted this thing, and then you've traveled like in all over, and it's taking you in certain places. Like, it's just crazy that like at Tool, like these ovens are capable of something like that. Yeah. It's really beautiful, because I think that like what these backyard ovens have done is they've like expanded the industry, and they've also made the barrier of entry so much easier, because prior to this, pizza wasn't much of a street food. Like, it literally is a street food, and it has been. But in Los Angeles, people are selling hot dogs, there's tacos, it's easy, like it's a street vendor. But like all of a sudden, people are like popping up, and like there's fucking these little ovens, and then these little ovens turn into multiple little ovens, and then these people are getting brick and mortars, or like, and then they're making the best pizza in these cities, and it's like, it's these things allowed those things to happen, and like it allows you to make professional style pizza, or like really geek out, like, and get fucking really enthralled into it, like at a pretty low cost. Yeah, it's crazy. Some of us in the pizza industry might only know Slice from the online ordering app, which is still around, but Slice is doing a lot more these days. They're building tools now to support the independent pizzeria, and not just Slice users, but the independent pizzeria industry as a whole. They're telling the stories of pizza shop owners, creating resources, and ultimately products that help the smaller guy compete with the bigger chains. Slice now has an integrated POS system that's specifically designed for pizzerias. They're doing stuff like SEO, marketing, and full website build-outs, along with custom box pricing that you are going to get probably way lower than what you're paying for right now. They have a ton of resources for every owner. Buying power is a huge thing, especially when you're talking about big chains. And what Slice allows you to do is negotiate with suppliers and vendors to get a lower rate. That's what the Slice network allows. There's 24/7 tech support for customer care, and an extension of your staff is what they call it. This business can be lonely, as you all know if you listen to this podcast, but it doesn't have to be. With resources provided by Slice, you can be in this business for yourself, but not by yourself. Yeah.
I mean, I kind of got into how Ooni came about. I mean, my pizzas looked like roadkill when I first started.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrible, but I was still enjoying them. And me and this guy, Tommy, we bought the Elements of Pizza book, Ken Forkish. That kind of like slightly blew my mind, and really like dived in, got really sort of geeky about it. But I didn't go on the gram straight away. But when I was kind of following people with my normal account, they were like, hey, can you send me what your pizza looks like if you want some help? And I was like, oh, okay, just sort of sending them over. And then I was like, I want set up a page. So I thought of a stupid name, Doble Disco. Thought it'd be funny.
Sick name.
And I just started posting my pizzas, and like then I could ask questions, and I got tons of help. I think honestly, the pizza community reaching out, and like everyone just giving you their recipe, giving you help, like even out in Vegas, Tony G. and I joked about his dough, but we were like, oh, we want to make some pizza in the desert.
You're talking about his dough?
Yeah. We want to make some pizza in the desert. We haven't got any ingredients. We can't fly out with all that stuff from the UK. He's like, yeah, man, come. What do you want?
So
Yeah, he's got plenty of dough.
we're at Pizza
yeah.
Rock in the kitchen choosing our ingredients.
Yeah, and he just said, help yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like so generous. I've never met the guy. Wicked.
Super generous dude.
Yeah,
And all his staff were,
So
were
humbling.
just like, it's such a busy place, and I didn't realise all the different breads they made, all the different Detroit, Sicilians, their bread rolls. I was just bread heaven. And there was so many different.
But yeah, that's-
but they all stopped to go, here you go.
Yeah, and I don't think there's many industries or restaurants that just let us idiot Instagrammers come in and raid their kitchen. And I'm not sure Gordon Ramsay be letting us in. Do you know what I mean? But the pizza world is,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Is Gordon Ramsay cool?
I've never met him.
Yeah, but is he like a cool guy?
He's not as cool as Tony.
I mean, he says fuck cool.
Yeah, he does.
To be fair.
Fucking hell. I don't know. Kitchen Nightmares is like one of actually my.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
like two cooking shows that like, and Hotel Hell was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But like,
It's guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Kitchen Nightmare and Triple D. I learned more like about like how to run a kitchen or keep a kitchen clean in those two shows than like I really learned from working in a show, because it's like I don't know, but the formula of that show of like him kind of like breaking everyone down to like raise them back
Absolutely
up.
destroys
It's like
them.
it's all kind of pretty fucked up. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like to just be like the abusive boyfriend and be like, but I love you. You know?
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm not sure how that still flies these days. But,
Well, have you
but
seen the newer episodes? He's a
No.
little more gentle.
Is he?
Yes.
Yeah, he's getting soft in his old
Yeah.
age, isn't he?
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, he's pretty fucking big, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does like Iron Man and
Yeah.
mad stuff like that.
Have you been to any of his restaurants here? He's got a fish and chip shop. We
I've
noticed.
been to the ones in Atlantic City. It's like, I don't know.
I'm not sure,
It's
man.
just his name on it.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
I'm not sure. If there's not an ocean where there's fish nearby,
I mean, if you're going to eat some seafood in a landlocked area, Las Vegas might be the spot. But
yeah.
Yeah.
go to Nobu.
Yeah.
Yeah. The UK pizza scene just in itself is kind of fucking crazy. I have a list. First of all, what do you think about the 2-bite guys?
Bite
Bite
twice.
Bite twice, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jerry and Paolo, love
Yes.
them.
Yeah.
Love them.
Crazy guys.
Yeah, we did the bus tour. We
Okay.
did their bus tour.
Yeah.
But I think they've introduced pizzerias to me that are like absolutely blow my mind. Like obviously,
Yeah.
probably our favorite bread store.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, man.
That's on the list. I got to
Yeah.
find it. Here we go.
I didn't know about them till Jerry and Paolo,
Well, they're like
Vincenzo's,
Vincenzo.
Gracie's.
Yep, those
Yeah.
are okay. Those are on the list.
Dr. Doe's a new one. Give him
Doe.
a shout out. His pizza is
Yeah,
class.
75 slices. You got London, Detroit, Alley Cats.
Bad Boy Pizza Society.
Yeah,
Okay.
Marta Chelsea.
Are they like?
he's plugging again.
Are they?
They genuinely
They're
like,
cool dudes?
Yeah, and they've done they've done so much for like the London scene.
Yeah.
People go it was growing anyway, but
It's
I feel
booming.
like they really did push a lot of places, and also maybe started up a lot of other food reviewers as well. And so, I
They're
don't
good
know.
fun.
Yeah, you'd have a good time with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You wanna hang
Oh,
out?
we'll party with those
Yeah.
guys for sure. I think that's like definitely a goal of ours is to get over there and do a bunch of pie to
Yeah.
pies.
We tried to get them to come over here, but they were in Stockholm, I think.
Yeah, they're away, aren't they? Yeah.
Have they been to an expo before? I feel
No.
like they've been out here. No.
They've not been out here. No.
Okay.
What do you think of
What do you
this
think? of them?
term, London pizza scene, like the London style? Have you heard that?
Yeah, but come on, dude. Like that. Tell me what that is.
Well, no, I was asking you what you think.
Well, I think that like I tried to call my pizza Los Angeles style for so long that I know it doesn't exist, and
Yeah.
neither does everyone's either you're trying to make a Neapolitan pizza or you're trying to make a classic New York.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. I think it's an iteration. I don't know it's the style, but I think what it's
Or
showing.
New Haven.
I think what it's showing is there's like a growing confidence in London pizza. making.
100%.
It's a swagger,
It's-
right?
yeah, I like that. I like
it's,
that.
It's almost like, hey, come on. It's not just New York. It's London's got something happening.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a London style, but I kind of
Yeah.
I
think
like
it's
that.
more-
I like the
we're,
idea
we're,
of
We're
it.
prodding the bear.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything
I think
unique.
the London style is more the movement.
Yeah.
I think.
And I
Like,
think that's super healthy. And I think that that's like building community and
Yeah.
awareness that like, like the UK is like nothing to fuck with. Like we got some heavy hitters. This is the list they gave me. So
Okay.
dough hands.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vincenzo's,
Yeah.
Gracie's,
Brilliant.
Short Road,
Yeah.
Bread Stall,
Short Road, great.
Oh yeah.
Crisp W6,
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Marta,
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah,
Roman style.
okay, Detroit Pizza London,
That is
Good.
class.
Yeah.
081,
Yeah.
081
Beckham.
is really.
their double cooked Neapolitan, super crunchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched them. He stretches the dough, he fries it, then he tops it, and
That's-
then he puts it in the oven for a second bake, so
Mental.
it comes out like
So good.
so crispy.
Yeah,
And,
all
and
of
he's got
those.
some really sort of filthy, tasty starters as well. That are just like lush. He's brilliant. Yeah, he's great.
And then the last one was Dr. Doe.
Yeah.
Dr.
Well,
Doe.
I went
Yeah.
there recently.
Really?
Yeah, he's very new as well, but he's taking off. Like, I think he's moving into somewhere with like his own place. I think because he's been like just doing pop ups outside
Hammersmith.
places, yeah, in Hammersmith in London. But I think he's
King
he's
Street.
on to big things. He is.
But yeah, bread stall. Yeah, I sort of I think about like pizzas a bit like illustrators. So like it's easy to like not easy. You can learn a style, but to like have your own unique illustration type vibe. So to find your own thing is really hard. The bread stall pizzas, I think, is the nearest like in the UK scene that's doing something a bit different. So like their crust and their bread, the way they've got the crust and their pizza feels unique. I've not really had anything like it. So
I don't think there's anything.
Nothing like that. I mean,
No.
it looked it's like
Yeah.
it looks sick.
it's so light.
Yeah.
It's bigger. It's they look really fat, but like proper crisp. Like I say, it's in between some styles. I feel like he's sort of found something that's ownable for him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's hard to do.
Ex-creative
Yeah.
as well. Used to work in the industry.
he did. Yeah, shout out to Seb.
Hi, Seb.
What's up, Seb? Shout out, Seb.
We're doing a lot. We should get a lot of free pizzas from this, man.
Dude, 100%. Everyone we mentioned on the pod, yo, we're coming for you. The Buy Twice guys also there's more pizza too that they gave me, but I told them that Neapolitan wasn't really like my jam.
No.
But he said like there's a shit ton of great pizza out
Yeah.
there.
Also,
and then Flout, but it's like up in
Oh yeah, Flout, Belfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flout, yeah, that look. I'd love to go there.
Yeah.
He's
have either of
and
you
also
been?
Peter
No.
from Flout was.
He's wicked, isn't he?
We all started together on Instagram about the same time.
Oh, really?
So he'd be making like Detroit pizzas, and he'd post pictures of them in his back garden, holding them up. And we'd ask, well, "What's your hydration on that? And how long do you cook it for?" I don't really do Detroit style, but he'd always help out. And now he's got his own place, doing
Yeah.
Yeah, it
amazing
seems-
things.
seems like he's doing
Like,
pretty
Yeah, well.
But Instagram helped a lot of
Yeah.
Well, I
that.
remember seeing his Instagram account, and I remember like seeing his outdoor setup. It was like a wooden shelter, and I remember literally basing mine on that because it looked amazing. And he had his sign. It was like Pete's Hut, wasn't
Yeah.
it? So it was based on
Yeah.
the Pizza Hut logo. Like it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Why did you write a book?
I just got randomly approached on DM on Instagram
Let me just
Cash.
write this book. We'll give you cash.
Go on, Scott.
But someone just reached out to me saying, "Look, we really like your vibe, the way you do," because I think they'd done a bit of research. Because I'd written some recipes for like a couple of websites, and they'd obviously done their research, and they said we'd be interested in talking to you about writing your own pizza book. And I thought it was. Well, I didn't think it was real. I just thought it
That's
was.
fucking crazy. Someone
Yeah,
just DM'd you and like, hey,
yeah.
how about a book?
It wasn't a company either. It was just like someone saying, "Oh, I work for X." Like, and I was like, "No, this is fucking not real. No way, no way." But I like then I went researching who she said she worked for, and it all looked legit. So I was like, "Yeah, let's talk." Like, because I don't know. It's like you said, just don't say no. Like, I weighed it up, and because obviously having a full-time job and a family, and then adding in writing a book, like, and the timescales weren't that long either, so it was difficult. But I just thought, when could you ever have an opportunity to write a book? And it's not. Again, it's not something that comes natural to me. Like writing the recipes is very natural to me because that's like feeds into what I do for a living. But like the creative side of it, like writing the the intros and the story. That was difficult, but yeah, it was just mad. Like, and then looking back now, I remember you talk about Tony and how generous he is. I remember my first expo. I told him I was coming out, and he says, "Well, why don't you get a load of copies of your book delivered, and then you can sell them with me on my stall." Like, and then he stopped one of his seminars to give me a shout out about the book, and he said, and it's like, geez, like, this is mental. Like,
yeah, the dude, like, funny thing is, like, I got to interview him in San Francisco, and he is like, I've been coming to this since 2017, and you kind of have this idea who maybe Tony G is. He's been in this industry for like 36 years, and he's like a good looking cat, and like he's very charismatic, and it's like, oh man, he doesn't have time or like whatever, but the dude will like he'll drop everything and he'll do an Instagram interview with somebody that like just asks him to hang out. The thing about this, it's been an inspiration too for this podcast, because he really is generally trying to better the pizza community. He does it here. He tries to be inclusive, even though sometimes when you're walking around when everybody's in their WPC fucking chef codes, it's like, am I like less than? But like, it's never like that when you talk to that man. And it's like every person we've had on this pod who has been touched by TG, like, has a story like that. Where like, we're like, oh yeah, like he actually taught me everything I know, or like, yeah, I met him at his school, or like, oh yeah, he gave me a ride to the club, like whatever it may be. But like for him to like not really even know you at all and be like, yo, dude, come sell your book.
I remember we just started. He commented. He sent me a message on after seeing one of my posts saying, "Oh, I like what you're doing," and then he says, "Oh, if you're ever in San Fran, just come and hook. We'll hook up." And then my wife works in travel, so we're really lucky. We can go to these places for pretty cheap. So then when she mentioned possibly going to San Francisco, I'm like, yes, let's go. All right, let's go. So we hooked up out there, and that's when he started talking to me about my book and stuff, and just he's given me so many opportunities that you couldn't dream of it, to be honest. But
that's incredible.
Yeah, it really is. He's just a genuinely nice guy, isn't he? Like,
Seeing him work last night.
Yeah, he works at his pie.
He was working. He was chatting. He was Instagram. We grabbed him once for 1 minute, and it's like he was non-stop. He was everywhere.
Dude, when we interviewed him, he took the interview knowing that he was coming back from a competition in Rimini, Italy. I think I'm saying that right. He got back at like 11. Till like basically he DM'd me at 4 a.m. and said, I can't really sleep, so you guys can come whenever. So he like was off no sleep, and then like was completely ready at Capo's, and it was a sick interview. Dude he might not be human. TG might be AI. He might have died 15 years ago, and he's actually just a robot. Yes. Well, that's, I think I like it. The wheels are turning. I think I figured it out. But,
sent back from the future.
Yes, exactly.
To fix pizza.
He's going to fix the industry. Well, now that like you guys have like your own like individual followings, like are you now the dudes that are like people are hitting up for like advice and shit, or like, hey, how do I do this, or blah blah blah? Do you like tell people to go fuck off? Or,
I just say buy my book.
Yeah. No, dude, shit ain't free, dude. I gotta like you just write back the
literally
link
like,
to your book.
Page 15. Literally.
It's on sale right now on Amazon for 39 cents cheaper. Buy the book, dude.
No, 100%.
Yeah, we get lots of messages, and it's really nice seeing people. You know, it's because we had all these same questions, and someone always
then you turn into that guy.
Someone always helped us, so it's also a buzz to help someone, and they send you their pictures, and you see how their pizzas get better, and you say, "Have you tried this?" Or you just all those little things that you do wrong for 6 months, and then you go, "Oh shit, semola flour," or something like that. You know,
Just gotta mix in with the flour.
It's stuff like that. So it's nice. It's nice to give it back.
It's rewarding, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like if sometimes, not everyone does it, obviously, but when someone reaches out and says, "I just really want to thank you for you. Either you've inspired me to do this, or your advice has made me such a better pizza maker," and it's really nice when people reach out to do that, because not everyone does it, but it takes a minute to thank someone, and it's nice to know you're helping people.
Yeah.
It's good.
Worst comment is recipe ?
Yeah.
No, please, or thank you. That's
I bet you still do it though.
I know, no, I don't. It's like
You're
people,
Mr. Nice.
it's like people who walk over zebra crossings and they don't wave. I've taught my kids to wave. They wave, It's
Always fucking wave.
People walk across and it's like, it's my right, so I'm not going to wave. And it's like, no, that's wrong.
Yeah, or if the comments in Italian, I have to hit translate. That's always a moment to see whether that's an insult or a or a praise. That's good.
Is it? Are the Italians coming for you?
Not anymore.
Okay.
So I think I must be getting better.
That's a good sign, I think. Yeah.
Do you find it as crazy as I do that we put the best ingredients in our pizza, our dough, our cheese, toppings, fresh produce, and then we put pencil shavings on our tables called red chili flakes? What is a red chili flake? We found out about Flatiron premium pepper flakes from a customer who actually brought us some. We were putting it on every slice we ate. It was gold. We were like searching for it like addicts in the back, just like, ooh, where's the Flatiron? Where's the Flatiron? There is no going back. When you pop these peppers, you are gonna know. You can smell it, you can feel it, you can taste it. The 4-pepper blend, which is actually the blend we have on every table at Hot Tongue, definitely has a higher heat level, and I'm a heat guy, if you know what I'm saying. It has the arbol, the jalapeno, the ghost, and the habanero. It's spicy. They are liberating pizzerias from low quality pepper flakes. Flatiron pepper, you are going to know the difference. In here, real peppers from Italy. Let's go. Head to flatironpepper.com right now. Use the code pie to pie at checkout. That's pie, number 2, pie at checkout. And any order over $25 is going to get you a bottle free of the sweet heat. Put that sweet heat in your cart, and any order over $25, that baby's going to be free. Do not miss this chance to upgrade your pepper game. Head to flatironpepper.com right now and join the Pepper Flake revolution.
What is with this like Chromeo song?
Do you know what? It started off as like just a bit. We've got a WhatsApp group, me, Rich, and my mate Tom. And I said, I've got this stupid idea for a series. This is me like shaking things up. Started to think about who I was as a maker, like what I want to do. And I was sort of wanting to try and do something different. I was like, I've never made high hydration. Let's turn it into an experiment and be fun and make a series out of it. And Tommy was like, you've got to have a theme tune, dude. Every good series has a theme tune.
Yeah.
And he's like, I've been playing with Suno AI. So we wrote that. He took I gave him the title, and he's into music. He's a bit of a musician.
Yeah.
So he like turned my title into a bit of a song. And then he sent back on the WhatsApp group like three tunes, like 2 were banging. And then this tune is hilarious, which I cracked up and I couldn't stop playing it. I thought, it's hilarious, man. Why not have this mad theme tune as your own thing?
Like the cover is dope.
Yeah,
the whole thing is sick. Did AI make all of that?
So yeah, like I said, we wrote it, but the singing and the music itself.
I was really hoping
AI.
it was you singing.
And next time,
Okay.
You suit a mullet.
I want to remake. But it was just supposed to be the stupid thing, right? And then everyone's just like, that song. I get so many messages. I can't stop singing it. My kid's singing it. I've been stopped today about like 20 times.
Yeah.
So I thought,
I was humming it on the way here.
I can't.
I was like, I was like,
song.
dude, this is like a hot ass, like it sounds like a Chromeo song.
Yeah, and I think I might get it on Spotify. A bit of a
You
laugh.
should definitely get it on Spotify. Get that thing streaming, dude.
Gonna play it at the end of our demo tomorrow.
Yeah, we might play it. It might ruin the expo. Play it over the loudspeakers.
You fucking rip that. You guys come on, just like daily breaks.
But honestly, it just started as a bit of a laugh.
Yeah.
But now I think, we're gonna,
Christmas number 1.
series going.
Christmas is coming. I think the Christmas album should drop. The pizza. Oh my god, a whole Christmas album.
Christmas song. Christmas number 1.
Of like
in the UK.
hydration.
I need
my
the green
spiral
suit.
mixer. I'm in love with my spiral mixer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Electric, gas, or wood.
Yeah.
Electric gas or wood? Wood.
You got it, man.
Call it Menage a Trois.
Yeah.
Electric gas or wood?
Are you free?
Yes.
You want to be back in?
I'm down.
You down?
Let's go. Let's remake the Christmas pizza album.
Get the green suit out. Maybe this is it.
I think this is it.
This is the
What you said is it starts off as a funny joke, but my favorite thing is starting something off as a funny joke, and then pizza career started off as a funny joke for me, and look at me now. It's still just a joke, but okay, self-deprecation, but who knows where this goes? Do you put out and it's like a very fun thing.
And I slightly got bored as well with just you get trending songs and it's I don't have to search for music right now.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Everyone's like a pizza nerd too.
Yeah,
and so it's there's not enough pizza songs out there.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
I might have found something. It's good.
So.
I'm gonna keep doing it. Just come up with more
Especially if it's
stupid stuff.
AI doing it, dude.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, I wish I could. Jerry, Bite Twice, he used to be in a band and sing. He's like, I want to sing a song with you, da da da. So,
maybe get in the studio.
Famous, weren't they?
Yeah, they're semi-famous. He was, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he was close.
Can't remember
what kind of band was it.
Rock band.
Is it rock band?
Rocky,
yeah.
Indie, rocky.
Dude's got a lot of energy.
Yeah.
He has got a lot of energy.
Were you talking about the taller dude?
Yeah, Jerry.
Yeah.
With the sick hair?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. A lot of energy.
Yeah. Well, you got to. I feel like that kind of work on Instagram, you have to have energy.
Yeah, I don't know how he stops.
Yeah.
They got cute bikes now.
What, cute bikes?
Cute
Bicycles.
riding
cute
around.
bikes, yeah.
Matching.
I thought that was the new Instagram channel. Cute bites.
Could be.
They're doing cupcakes now. This is a cute bite. Are you guys Love Island fans?
I do. Well, I watch it. I do watch it. I get dragged into it, and then I get really slightly into it against my own will. I'm like a hostage of bad TV.
Why?
Just my wife loves it.
Yes, well, trash TV. I feel
and then I start watching it, and then it's normally like the British ones, like the VO guys, normally like saying something funny or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched for a little while, but there were some series back.
You guys ever fuck with Love Island?
The first 2 series, but then no, not since then.
It's like my favorite show, but the UK version.
Yeah.
It's like we turn on the subtitles because it's crazy. the people from Essex, dude.
Oh man,
it's a wild accent, dude.
Yeah.
Or a Scottish accent's pretty hard to understand too.
Yeah, if it's a thick.
I didn't know that the accent dependent on I don't know what they would be called. Sections of the UK are very different.
Very.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Edinburgh and Scotland's quite soft.
Yeah.
Glasgow's
when you go to Glasgow,
harsh. I used to work with
yeah.
this guy from Glasgow, and if we had a rule on our table of 4 at work, we'd ask him 3 times, and if we didn't understand, we'd all just go, yeah, man, yeah, cool. No idea what he said, but.
Well, like Newcastle and Welsh accents are pretty
pretty
thick
harsh.
too.
Liverpool is very
Scouse.
Yeah, Scouse.
All right, mate.
Is North London
That's very you're posh.
No,
yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm south.
South London.
Am I south? Yeah, I'm sort of north of the river. Yeah.
There
are posh bits all over London.
It's literally where I get most of my information about the UK is Love Island in UK. And I know not everyone loves all those characters, but I love that show.
Yeah, you guys.
Dude, there's 70 episodes. Dude, we're watching every night, me and my wife.
Do you ever watch Made in Chelsea?
No, I have not. It's hard to get those shows. Peacock so we used to watch it on Hulu. Because it's ITV, I think, and we'd have to watch it 5 days later, and you can't get UK television on Netflix.
Love Island's better, I reckon. We used to watch it, but
in the gutter, go in the gutter is for the best characters.
Yeah. Go in the gutter.
Yeah,
that's the gutter.
Yeah.
But anyways, I digress. I love Love Island. I was hoping that one of you really was into it, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So, what about Red Dwarf?
Oh, yeah.
You guys like that show?
Love it.
Old school.
Yeah.
Channel 9, PBS, when it would come on late night, 11 p.m., and it was the weirdest fucking show. But it's one of my all-time favorite shows.
Ace Rimmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rimmer.
he's he's the dude, man. I launched Series 6.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So I worked with a Channel Dave, and I sent a beer and a curry into space for it.
Like you
Yeah,
guys
for
really
real.
did?
Yeah, for real. Yeah,
That's pretty sick promotion.
yeah. It's
What
good.
year was that?
Oh god, that must be
It's old, isn't it?
Yeah, is that in the
2008 or
Okay.
9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before,
Yeah.
Yeah, when they came back, you know.
Yeah,
they,
yeah.
So they did the
Yeah,
OG, and it's
yeah.
just like their comeback.
Because it was like that was like originally in the 90s, wasn't
Early-
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The early 90s.
I used to fancy Holly a little bit.
yeah.
She was cool. Sorry, Indy.
Well, do you guys like have like certain goals of like where you would want like this to go, like your pizza careers? Because like right now, like having full-time jobs and also being able to have like do this on the side, I think like is pretty fucking rad. To have like this kind of outlet on top of like full-blown like careers is pretty incredible. Not everybody has that, you know what I mean? But like, is there an urge for anything more, or like would you ever want to open up your own shop, or like do you like kind of like where it's at right now?
For me, there's no urge to open, like, do it on that side of things, like making pizza for a living. I've never had that urge, and I like basically what we're like the content side of it more, like books and stuff like that. For me, I can't see it ever going down. I mean, never say never. You don't know, do you? But for me, I would be surprised if it went down that avenue. But I don't know. Like, I think I've got a good balance with it at the minute. Like, I'm not someone who looks too far into the future. Like, if opportunities come up, then you evaluate them, don't you, and make a decision. But
Yeah, I could do a supper club if you know, like a fun pop up with these guys. I think I'd want it to be. What I worry about is I've got complete creative freedom. So like in my job, I'm always doing creative for like other people, and I think if how you know when you have that question, don't you? If you open the shop, are you making bestsellers? Are you going down? You know how is that creativity still there? Although you guys have shown a new way with like the content and stuff of Hot Tongue and what you're doing. I think, yeah, I'm not sure. I remember watching this show, like the I think it was called like the Restaurant Show or something like that in the UK. And this guy went around helping this smash burger place get set up. And he said 70% of restaurants go bust before the doors open or something like that. And I was just like, whoa.
I think that statistic.
mega.
I think that statistic's fucked up because they say that all the time in America. But I think,
Do they?
Yeah, and I think it's true because I think most people that get into the restaurant industry have no idea what the fuck they're doing. So you all three of you would already come in with probably. But then it's also like you might know how to cook, but you don't know how to run a team.
No.
So it's like it's not the restaurant industry.
Yeah.
It's the individuals getting into it because I think it's also an industry where people think like, oh, I could do that. And it's like, no, like a doctor just doesn't go like, yeah, I'll fucking take your liver out. No big deal. You know, like that's not a thing. But for some reason, people like have that idea that like anyone can open up a restaurant. You know what I mean? And we've seen Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares. Like, it's like, yo, you're not a restaurant person. And you know, he fixes up those restaurants, but 90% of the time they end up closing anyways because it's just like, it's this industry that people think. I think that's why that statistic's so fucking hard.
Yeah. I mean, back in the day as well, I worked in, I was a wine waiter. I worked in restaurant. Like, I know it's like it's hard work, man.
Industry.
Yeah.
It's not. I think I'm loving the experiences of what the content is enabling me to do more, and so I can only, if things grow, I can only imagine like wanting to do more of that. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard.
I think it's a pretty sick place to be.
Got to pay the bills. So, yeah. Why you, Rich? I think you would.
You will do it one day.
I love what we coming out here has been such a laugh. But it's been the best. So more opportunities like this, and working at Marta on Tuesday nights is. It's the least busy night. It's still pretty busy.
You're working at a restaurant?
Yeah. So Tuesday nights after work, I go and do Roman style pizza with Bashara, the owner, and I love. I'll get to use a wood fired oven.
Yeah.
It's like the dream. And making Roman style pizza. That's like it's great. I love that, but then I see all the work that goes into it, and also when my friend Tim started Baseface should be on your list, by the way.
Definitely.
When Tim opened Baseface, I sort of helped him out for the first week. So I've seen he's got 3 branches now in London, but I've seen how his has grown, and it's so much work goes into it. So he's so busy, and Shara's busy, and my dream is to have this pizzeria, film beautiful pizzas all the time, edit my things, get the colours right, and then run the business, look after the staff, pay the bills, it's like, so I know that I can't do that, and I love filming stuff more. But my dream is it's so much problems looking after your staff. I think I just want my own tiny shop, just me, open till 2 p.m, making like amazing focaccia, pizza al taglio, like focaccia de Recco style sandwiches, just shit I want to make. Like, I will sell it, and I think that's going to be a thing, like a tiny little place.
Yeah, I think you'll do that. You've got it in you to do that. I think.
But ultimately, the stuff we're doing with content now, it's like I love working with people I really like. I love working with Ooni. They're great, and people like Proper Ooni in the UK. I know the owners, and I know the people that work there. They're just nice people.
Yeah.
So it's just nice to connect with brands, do stuff, and then that pays for trips like this as well. So it's So I don't know, more content, but down the line when the kids have got through university or whatever they want to do, little Richie's pizza shop, bread shop, flout style. I don't know, something,
Like with that pizza shop, would it be like a set menu, or would it just be like whatever Rich wants to cook, you get? Because I like that idea.
Be whatever I'm feeling like.
That's
all
sick.
my pizzas, I never know what I'm going to make, but I'll go around the supermarket and look at vegetables or look at colours. A pizza is like a colour chart. We use colour wheels at work to see what goes with what. So I'm thinking, those peppers would go nicely with that. A bit of purple, microgreens, shit that will look good on Instagram, stuff that I genuinely want to eat. I love all that. So my shop would be just a little place. I'd have to win the lottery first to afford the rent in London, and then I could work 3 days a week and
Call it the flame artist.
Yeah, flame artist by
Flame
Rich Payne.
artist. Yeah.
Did you ever think about becoming a professional wrestler with your name?
Don't behold.
What?
What? Oh, Richard Payne or Don't Behold.
Yeah, Payne.
Rich Payne.
Oh, Rich
Come
Payne.
on.
It's Rich Payne, brother.
Yeah.
I'm
And
going
it
to
could be
release
like
the pain, man.
And then throw money. Just got released.
But I could have a deadly headlock. This is the dough and behold.
He's got the guns out, man.
I need to work on the guns a bit.
No, they're looking good.
Even
Dude.
Scott's guns. Look at those.
You've got him.
Beautiful.
Yeah, dude. Scott, you're looking fit, dude. That Pizza Buddha shirt is really like the fit on that is nice.
Yeah, we were
I
at
know
the,
it's my favourite shirt.
Yeah, nice.
Shout out to Al.
Yeah,
he
Al's
sent me
the
these.
man.
He sent me these over to the UK, so shout out.
Shout out Alistair,
Top
dude.
guy.
shout out.
Don't worry about the t-shirts I sent you.
Yeah, I've got yours for tomorrow.
He's
We're all friends here.
He's
It's
like,
the
my
best shirt
dog
I've
wears
got,
those.
You know? Yeah.
Oh shit!
Are you still doing a bunch of shirts?
Do you know what? No.
It's too bad. All those designs were kick
I
ass.
love.
Go on.
I love drawing and design. And like in lockdown, I had way more time, so I drew all the original stuff. And the pineapple pizza rights T-shirt that went nuts, like thousands around the world.
Yeah.
I was like, this is my calling.
Yeah, this is it.
I'm ready to resign at work the next day. I'm in, and it rode it for like 2 years, and then just like tailed off. And I had a few other T-shirts do semi well, but I think I just caught like this character thing vibe early.
Yeah, because it's like very overdone
and now it's everywhere, and
Yeah.
I don't really like it myself. I
Yeah.
don't like. I've gone off my own stuff. I've gone off it a bit, and yeah, I'm just finding the time to do it. But I love drawing, man. So I'm sure I just need to come up with a new stupid idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then put that on a T-shirt.
Wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do him.
Rich Payne.
the dough and behold.
Mate, you need
Just
to.
strangling like a fucking like a crust.
I might just draw.
With a dough ball on your face.
I want to draw a really muscly Rich Payne.
That'd be sick.
Just the
Just
pain.
ripping off a shirt.
Yeah, and in the behold, just have my head in the arm.
I want that. Eddie's Pizza has just sent me his.
Oh yeah, you got your workout
He's
plan.
doing a workout. He's like, Rich, you got to do this 4 days a week.
Eddie's Pizza?
Eddie's been doing it for about 4 weeks.
How's he looking?
He said he's noticed a difference. He said he won't notice it at the moment, but he said
He's like, check this
I'm
out.
feeling a
All you
bit-
got to do is stop eating pizza.
feeling a little less flabby. But I was like,
40 minutes a day workout.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
That's shit I want. I want Eddie's workout plan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He sent
at
the
it.
workout plan.
Okay.
Thank you.
he did.
Get it
I'm
online.
going to be ripped.
That's tight.
By summer.
That's you should put something like that on like the re-edit of your cookbook.
Yeah.
Like at the end, there's your workout plan.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, and stay. This Scotty's Pizza Project's actually you're the project.
You could go from like page 1 from
Eat good
zero,
and stay ripped.
zero to here on day 1.
That is,
this
my,
your
that is
pizza.
my motto,
Do
though,
this
train
workout.
to eat.
Zero
Yeah,
to
That is what I
hero.
do.
Yeah.
Like, I love eating, so I train to eat. Like,
Well, that's good. I just eat to eat.
Yeah.
it's getting a little harder the older I get.
it
but
is harder.
Yeah.
It is.
I've been using Karen Spring flour for years now. It's been a complete game changer. It comes from an incredible mill in Washington State where they stone mill regeneratively grown grains into some of the most flavorful flour I've ever worked with. They stone mill everything, which means enhanced flavors, preserved nutrients, and embraces a more traditional, sustainable way of doing things. You can feel it the second you open the bag. It's not your average flour. It has color. Do you ever look at a white dough ball? A white dough ball makes no sense. Grain is not white. Open up a bag of Karen Springs and take a look at Mother Earth. Karen Spring operates a social purpose corporation. Legally, they're prioritizing impact over profit. That's pretty powerful. Whether it's your main flour or you want to just blend it, using Karen Springs is going to introduce new flavors you've never tasted before. It helps reshape the food system one bake at a time. We choose Karen Springs because we believe that great ingredients are not just a tagline, it's a commitment. And yes, it does cost more, but like anything worth doing, you get what you pay for. Our dough program is the foundation of what we sell. It's my calling card, and it starts with great grain. Be part of something better. Really use the best ingredients. Karen Springs isn't just flour. It's a belief in the makers, the millers, and the movement. Use code PIE2PIE for 15% off your first order at KarenSpring.com. The Ooni thing, I want to go back to that because you're all ambassadors for Ooni. So this is usually like not an easy thing to get, right?
Okay.
How does it happen? Did Ooni did they DM you or did they call you or they're like, hey, listen, like we want you on the team, baby. Like we're gonna send you a couple peels, or like, hey, Dakota 16's all yours if you put ambassador in your info, or are they like, here's $100,000?
I mean, the third
Throw your rock box
rather
away.
that.
$100,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight in. No, I think they just dropped me a DM and said, "Your pizzas look sick. Do you want to join Ooni?" And I'd had a little Ooni 3 with a pellet oven. I bought that like second hand, my first one, for like £100. And they said, "Oh, we'll send you do you want a new oven?" So I was like, "Fuck yeah!" So they sent the oven, and the relationship started from there. Really,
I think they like, it was a similar thing. I think they look for not necessarily who makes the best pizzas. It's not about that. It's
All right,
about it's about
he's supposed to be my friend. We're never going to go on holiday together to Vegas. I'm joking. Don't take it.
I'll tell Nikki not to sort you out next year.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
But like, I think they look for what you're like as a person as well. Like
Okay.
if you come across as like really helpful, which we all are,
Yeah.
like we all help in ways that we can, and I think that's more important. So I think if you're a genuine person who helps the community, that's more important than what your pizza looks like.
But yeah,
If you tick both boxes, then you're onto a level.
But it's also grown as well because they messaged me like 5 years or 6 years ago now. But Instagram has changed so much since the original days of ambassadordom or whatever. It's like Ooni's grown massively in the COVID bubble.
Yeah,
and now
changed.
that that bubble's not there. It's different times. But yeah, they were
So
just they're
it felt
just
a lot
nice.
smaller, right?
Yeah.
Because like I remember, it's like us three, it was like Fung, and a few other like people just like making. None of us were ambassadors for anyone.
Yeah.
We were just like this. Felt like this much smaller community. I think I had about 3,000 followers when they hit me up, which is like I just didn't expect. I was like, what?
Oh, that's
What?
crazy. It was only 3K?
Yeah, really low. Like, not sure. They must have seen something. But I was like, yeah. I mean, I'm making pizza anyway. But
Yeah, I didn't
good.
have that many when they asked me as well. Like,
Well, that's what I mean. It's not about that, is it? It's not just about how many followers you've got.
No,
It's
probably
about what you're like as a person.
Yeah.
You like,
they're good guys.
yeah.
Hello, Fran and Hannah.
Was it Fran and Hannah that like literally just hit you up, or
Oh no! I just worked with them at an event, and I just remembered them. And Chris Kimball, he's cool.
who's like who hit you up? Do they have like a marketing team or like?
Oh, I
Yeah.
bet back then I
Have you met the owners?
I got
Yeah.
a message from Christian.
They're here.
Did
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
They're here.
Christian's here, yeah.
Well, they got a whole fucking competition, don't they?
No,
No,
that
not
was
this
last
year.
year.
that was last
They're
year.
not. Oh, they're not doing it this year.
No.
No,
Oh,
I was in. Yeah,
They're
I
like
was in
that
last
wasn't
year.
worth it. Did you compete?
I competed last year, yeah. Yeah, it was good. It was a good experience because that's the
How'd you do?
sixth
Nice.
out of 6.
6 out of 6.
Yeah, I think there was about 20 in my category,
Okay.
so I just didn't want to come last.
Yeah,
That was my aim.
that's always my aim too. Like second to last,
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Just
that's
still put
fine.
me at
Yeah.
90.
Yeah.
you're not competing this year. Alex?
I'm competing tomorrow.
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah.
What style?
It's traditional, and I'm on the fence if I make a bar pie or non-traditional. If I make a bar pie, but there's like not a lot, all the creativity is in like how the dough was smashed and shit. But you get judged on creativity, and if they just see a flat disc with pepperoni on it, I'll probably get like I won't get great scores, but the pizza is fucking delicious, and there is a lot of creativity that goes into it. It's just not visual.
Yeah.
Or I'll make a vodka pie, which is just like very pretty, and again, maybe not as creative, but I think the non-traditional category people usually like
They go mad. Yeah.
they go fucking crazy.
Yeah.
They have like 27 ingredients and shit.
Yeah.
Even the squares I saw today, I was like, that looks so beautiful, but like I don't even know if I'd want to eat that. It's just like it's too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Do you when you serve it to them? Then do you have to serve it sliced or?
Yeah,
not?
Unless you're doing best cheese slice, they like take the whole pie back. They should have had you guys judge. You guys would have been great judges. They take it back. You look at it. Have you ever judged?
No.
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 They take it back. They look at it, and then you get to come back and you cut the slices. Like you cut the pie, and you get to choose which slices they eat.
Yeah.
So Michael and Andrew went earlier, and we'll find out at like 9 o'clock how well they did. There's just really a couple people on both their lists that we hope that they beat.
Yeah.
It's not even really about being like number one.
Everyone's always got someone they want to.
Yeah.
So because it was in the evening we found out last year. And like you just get it on the Instagram post.
Yeah.
I think it was like.
And it's never like 1 year it was like 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Last
you
year it was
never
like
know.
late. It was like
yeah,
9
last
o'clock.
year was late. Yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone's just on their phones. Like,
Like waiting.
And then you're like,
It's like, dude, you're 48th. But I fucking beat that guy. He's 52.
And I loved your reel when you came back going 41st.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
41st, you're kissing
Yeah.
babies.
Yeah.
You're like, and you're like,
Dude, you gotta own it, dude. But your 41st is pretty fucking
Yeah,
good
that's-
out of 90 people.
Yeah.
And that year I competed without like that was a vegan pizza. So like
Wow.
it was a vegan pizza. I got 41st in non-traditional. I was fucking stoked on that.
Yeah.
Because competing without cheese is crazy.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
And I didn't
That's
kill
a-
anybody with a cashew allergy, so it was like fucking ripe. Back to this Ooni thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
So
What do you wanna know?
I want to know everything. I want to know all the secrets. Is Ooni bigger in the UK than it is in America?
I mean,
I don't know if that's hard for you guys to gauge.
I think the market in America is huge.
Yeah.
It's vast.
Yeah.
And the UK, there's only so many of us. There's loads of us crammed in there in the
Yeah.
UK. But I think you're looking at bigger ovens and things. Like the USA is definitely the best market for them. UK will always, I think people always want to upgrade their ovens or get a new one. But
Yeah.
I'd say USA.
Yeah, I think.
Go ahead.
I think it's because like you say, I think it's you're just more set up, like the houses and stuff. Like you got generally like more space,
More
like
room,
in the
yeah.
gardens, and so I think it's definitely bigger here, but it's hard. It's hard to answer, really, isn't it? It's,
Well, I'm asking because like I know one Splanger Danger, dude.
Yeah,
Our guy
yeah.
Cody.
Yeah,
I met
and
him
he's
last
making
year,
and he
yeah.
makes some of the
Sick
most
pies.
beautiful fucking pizzas I've ever seen.
And he has the best music to go with them.
Dude, just
And he looks cool.
and he's a class act.
he's a cool
He's just
guy.
a cool guy.
Yeah.
He's a cool
I
guy.
compete. Me and Cody last year were competing next to each other, like at the same time. It
Yeah.
was really cool. He's a cool guy.
Yeah. But like when new stuff comes out, like do they send you guys volts?
Yeah.
Do they send them?
Yeah.
Do you get shit before it comes out?
Yeah.
And they're like,
Any-
hey, just make sure you like make 3 reels.
Any oven we want, they'll send to us. We've got mixers at the moment, sort of demo ones to practice with,
Yeah.
but we'll be getting new ones of those.
You
But-
generally get everything
But yeah.
that's released, and then, like you say, there'll be obligations with your content. Like, can you do this for when we release it? Or
Yeah.
Do you get like a memo where it's like official Ooni business where
Yeah,
it's
it
like
is.
It
like
is
it's
now,
like
yeah.
you
It
get
is
the
now.
oven and then here are like this is what we need from you.
yeah, it's a bit more structured now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it wasn't quite like that.
It's a bit
before.
more just like whatever, but now it's like this is
Yeah.
the brief.
And do you get paid for posts?
Sometimes, yeah.
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 From Ooni.
We're
Yeah.
contracted to do like 12 a year.
So
Yeah.
we used to get a monthly retainer, and it was like, can you do 4 posts a month?
Mm-hmm.
But there wasn't any. It was just like do anything.
Yeah.
But now it's more like you paid
Yeah.
per post.
They actually give us
So
a brief,
you get
which
a brief
I
pack.
quite like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They know, their oven's going to be in every reel we do anyway. Do you
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So it's like you get 12 a year, but it's they're getting like 80.
but like we first worked when we first started with Ooni, there wasn't a retainer, and that small sort of fee was just to cover your costs of like buying all those ingredients and making pizzas. It was just like a nominal fee to help you as a homemaker that's doing this thing, and they're getting the benefit from it. I think it was like a really nice sort of like gesture. And then obviously as our accounts have sort of grown, and you're getting deals with other companies and stuff, you kind
That was gonna be my next-
you kind of start to see the value that you can get. And obviously the industry that I work in, I see the fees and things that some influencers get that we use for brands in ads. I don't get anywhere near this, but like, if you've got like million followers, like £20,000 for a reel is not a figure unheard of.
Yeah, no doubt. No,
Yeah.
I've seen
More,
what people
probably.
make. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had some Korean influencer in a sports brand ad, and we used like 12 frames of him on a running machine, and he got paid 12 grand. Like that.
That's sick money. I want that money.
And they had no budget for post. It's like, but you paid this guy for 12 frames worth.
Well, marketing and
Because
advertising.
he was
dude.
a big Korean. I don't know who he was, but yeah.
Yeah, so it's a weird thing. I'm trying to make sure if I get companies approach me, do I like the products rather than just necessarily do anything? Try and be a bit more picky. And then we also get, loads of people send you stuff. And now I'm sort of like, I check them out now. Like, do I really like that? Do I really want to make with it? Is it good? I think the only thing I do get annoyed is sometimes like you work with a really small brand and they're like, they're just trying to get out and they make a really good product, and I'll pay back the love. If it's a great product, I'll just use it and tag them in it, and that's cool. But then sometimes you see them grow to be really big, and now they're like nationwide in the biggest supermarket chain out there, and they're like, oh, can I just send you that for free? And it's a bit like, oh, come on, man. Like, I feel a bit like I've given you the love and helped you sort of grow.
Yeah.
And now that you're really successful, you just still want to use me for free.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
making
don't
a
really
reel
like that.
it's like a day's work,
It's
isn't
hard.
it? You
Yeah.
you make the dough, you film it,
Yeah.
you edit it, you spend 5 hours trying to look for a track, and then you realise you can't use that track because it's a commercial collaboration. But but it's always like a day's work goes into this stuff.
And so yeah, just kind of like time now is like is the most precious thing. So just kind of trying to have free time, trying to not let this dominate a weekend if I've worked all week. So now it's a nice place to be, picking and choosing if I really want the opportunity or not.
So you're not always saying yes these days.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think you get to I think when you start out, you work hard to get to a level to be able to be picky.
Mm-hmm.
Like
no doubt.
There has to come a point when you have to start saying, no, I'm not doing that for free, because you, like I say, when you first starting out and you're building, because at the end of the day you're a brand, you're your own brand. So if you're doing stuff for free to get your name out there, but ultimately you have to make a decision at some point to say, no, from now on, if I'm doing stuff, you need to pay for my time.
Mm-hmm.
I think obviously that point's different for everyone, but I think you earn the right to do that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put in the work.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if you want to pay me 50,000 to wear your lime green suit, I'm in.
10K.
10K. Okay, we're done.
All right.
I'll cheat.
I'll wear that for
I'll
free.
do it for free. Yeah.
So
I'd pay you.
You'll pay
to
me.
see you win.
That'd be incredible. Get all three of you guys. I should have brought. That would have been sick if I just like had three
Do it
on
in
me.
here.
Yeah. All right, guys, get on.
so long as it's by the summer and I've done Eddie's body workout.
After
yeah.
Eddie's
No
fucking
problem.
diet plan.
Yeah, I need that.
So early on, you guys would say yes to everything. Now it's kind of like, do I really like these products?
Yeah.
Yeah, or at least send it and taste it and sample it, and it's
Yeah,
like
I think a
it
lot
sounds
of
really good.
every product you get sent, like this is someone's livelihood, this
Mm-hmm.
is someone's business.
Yeah.
It's same with like restaurant reviews.
Yeah.
Like I don't particularly like people that go out of their way to give negative reviews. You know, unless you've had a terrible experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe you can mention it in a review, but I just think so I only post about the stuff I like. If there's stuff I don't like, I'm not gonna mention it at all.
Yeah.
Because that could be just my taste, and everyone's taste is different. So I'll always post about stuff I like. And yeah, it's nice to say yes and help. Like there's a guy called Yok, does Yok Chan's chili oil, and his mum made this recipe, and he's been trying to promote it for his mum, and it's like the jars come to you with sellotape wrapped around it, stuff. But it's like the best chili oil ever, and it's lovely, and it's just really nice to sort of help out those people.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if they get in supermarkets, then I go, come on guys, give me
Give me the check.
Help me
Give
out.
me the bread.
but
It's not ultimately about that. We're not really. You kind of want to make nice pizzas
Yeah.
and nice products, and
Well, it's just really nice that like you can build something like this, and then like being backed by a brand, I think is also nice. And then to make money off of it, and I'm sure like you guys aren't living off that money, but like how fucking cool is that?
you know, the way you get around. So when you said to your wife, I'm making pizza tonight, she's like, no, we have that dilemma a lot, but then pizza money goes to lots of little family treats. It's a bit of money on the side, so that's helped. It's helped pay for Vegas. It helps for like little meals out with the family and stuff. And
Yeah, I told my wife.
general treats. And so when they complain, it's like it's money.
Yeah. And, well, when my wife started seeing that there could be money, it's different.
Yeah.
She's like,
Okay.
sometimes it's like you're fucking playing around with your phone outside. Like, come inside. But I did like I wanted 3 more ovens for catering. And so I bought my first Gosney, and like I was like, all right, I'm just gonna make a shitload of content and show people that like I'm serious about like I want to do this. Like Griffin Pizza Baker, like
Yeah.
We met
all
him
these.
today.
We've literally
Like,
just been
you
with him.
met him?
Yeah.
Such
Yeah.
a sweet man, dude.
And,
Such a sweet man.
Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Field.
Chris Field.
Oh yeah, Chris Fields.
Yeah.
I still need to meet Chris, dude.
they're there.
Some of the greatest
We're
content.
meeting him
Yeah.
later.
If I'm gonna be like on the what is it? What is it? I don't even know what it is. The collective, the Gosney collective.
Yeah.
I told her I was like, I don't want to have to at least buy these at full price again. So like, if I can put out enough content and like show that I'm serious. Plus, it's also like cooking in these ovens is not like cooking in a regular oven. To make a beautiful pizza out of a Coda 16,
you need to be, or a Gosney, you have to touch these pizzas. Like, depending on your heat, you got to be touching it. Like almost 30 seconds
you gotta
in.
watch it
and,
like
you gotta keep playing with it. If you want a crispy bottom, you're also playing this thing like a goddamn instrument. You're turning it down, you're turning it up, you're getting like it's not like a one size fits all. Even though like you can put in a pizza for the first time and it's the best, it'll turn into the best worst pizza because you can't usually get heat like that. That's like so even and stuff. But it's like funny because I had Codas. I had a Coda 16. That's what we were using. Great oven. But like you think like, oh, like I've been making pizza my whole like for the last 17 years. This should be pretty easy. But I remember like I just fucking kept burning it. Or it's you can't get like any bottom heat off this thing. But it's like it's because you have to like fine tune these things. But it's like it's working with a completely different beast.
Yeah.
You know, like
every oven has its sweet spot and its magic point. It's literally, you know, people burn their pizza straight away. Oh, this oven's rubbish. Like, oh, you know, you got to watch it.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't watch it, or if you don't get your oven your floor temperature right, it's gonna burn.
Yeah, it makes it more rewarding as well, doesn't it? It's a skill.
It's a journey.
Like you say, you're not just putting it in and then taking it out. You've got to. It's a skill to.
Like there are pizza ovens, like home pizza ovens with the revolving stone.
my dad has the Halo, dude.
I might as well just put it in the microwave. Watch it go round.
Yeah.
The microwave just dude. Whoa, shots fired.
But I'm just saying, like for me, the joy.
Yo, the Halo Versa, fuck you, dude.
What are you doing? What, the Halo
Did you buy your dad that oven?
No. There's this rotating one called it's like a Halo Versa oven is what it's called. But there's multiple rotating ones.
Not
but
like
it has a flame. It has a flame up top, and then there's one under the bottom, and that's like the whole thing. I gave it to my dad.
Oh, is that like a home oven?
It's a home backyard
because they're like commercial ovens with a revolving thing. Those are
Rotoflexes.
I think they're pretty cool.
Yeah, those are sick.
But home ovens. I'm like. I enjoy
the microwave, dude.
But that's what it is. You're putting it in. It's spinning round. And
I know, but there's an open flame. You still have to like dial it in.
Yeah, all right.
But yeah,
Not in Rich's book, dude. He ain't impressed, dude.
I enjoy the whole joy is turning the pizza.
Yeah, like the
and
skill
not
of it.
having that done for me.
Yeah,
but like I say, if you like that, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd miss the turning peel. I love that.
Yeah. Just because, and for like. Because we're not professional pizza makers, you feel like you are when you've got a turning peel. So just like when I bought my first
spinning
oil can, and I filled it with oil, and I did my drizzle. I'm like, I'm Italian now. It's like
I think
you buy it as
Italian now
as a home pizza maker. You buy these things because you feel it makes you feel good, and why not? Why not turn that peel and feel like a pro, even though you're a home guy? It's like
you turn into like a gearhead. You're like, oh, I gotta get this thing now. Oh, now I have to have like the topping well, or like I don't know how fucking nerd shit you guys went down, but it doesn't sound like you have to pay for anything. So I'd be asking Ooni for everything. But I mean. It's like I said already, it's incredible that like you can have a backyard setup, and if you know how to dial those ovens in, I've always said this, you can get the same bake out of a Pizza Master that you can in one of these ovens if you're doing it right. I don't think you can do it in volume that well because the floor heat on all of those ovens. After 5 pizzas, in my opinion, they start giving out, and you either have to like give it a second or whatever. But I mean, it is phenomenal. And if you can do that, like that's why, dude, I'm ready to come down to Flame Artists by Rich Payne because I can only imagine like what you do in a commercial oven. You know what I mean?
I'll come to Marta. So using a commercial oven is like a dream, and like wood fired, you're like, oh, I've got to manage the wood. But it's like literally when the fire goes down, you chuck another log on, comes back up.
Yeah.
I sometimes chuck a bit of flour in because it goes, and it's like, you feel cool. Yes, Dave Blaine.
Like LeBron.
It's the Flame Artist.
Yeah. Flame on! Let there be flame.
Fantastic forward. He just zooms out of the building.
Yeah.
It's 2 p.m.
Flame on.
Flame on! Everyone's out. Hold. Everyone out of here.
But yeah, so cooking in that oven it's such a joy. I'm so excited every Tuesday night. I'm worried that I won't finish work on time because I want to get there on time, and just using those ovens are great.
And how long's your shift every Tuesday?
It's like midnight, sort of finish.
Damn, dude.
Midnight. But it's
That's
like
dedication.
You love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And but it makes you appreciate the home. You know that they are home ovens; they're not commercial ovens. So if you, there's never going to be like the commercial thing. But
have you guys cooked on commercial ovens?
I haven't. I really want to.
Damn, that's crazy.
I really want to. Yeah.
done wood fired and Pizza Master. Baseface has got Pizza Master.
I don't know if this is true, but I've been finding. So I started on a little 12-inch oven, and now obviously like up to like doing 20-inch pies.
Yeah, those
now,
are crazy.
Which I love doing like 20-inch tonders.
Those things are beautiful.
Well, when you've got like a pizza party with friends and you pull out a 20-inch pizza that you've done on a reel, and we all pretend we're bread stall when we're making it because he does me you know, like, hey, I'm bread stall today. Hey, I'm Sip. And you know, they come out and like literally everyone, you pull it out and everyone's like, oh my god, and you're like, yeah, I can slice it up now, and huge slices. It's a buzz making a big.
I don't know.
It's crazy to be able to do that.
Is it true? I've been finding it getting easier to make pizza the bigger the oven is. Is the jump from doing a 20-inch into like a massive one just like, I don't know. Is it how crazy is that?
Yeah. What size are the hot tongue pies?
18. Dude, I wouldn't going any bigger than a 20. I wouldn't want to really go any bigger than a 20.
I mean, like the oven size, just like a jump from like a.
Dude, I don't think you get much bigger than like with a Pizza Master. I think it's a 944 or 943, which or a 941. However, the deck is just like that's the longest one that they have. That's like the biggest electric one in length. But like, there's deeper ovens that you could use. I mean, there's this place called Mamas and Papas in Los Angeles that like does a fucking 36-inch pizza, and like they have this attachment that comes off their Baker's Pride, and so the door opens and they push this thing on it so that the whole thing fits in it. But like the pizza's straight trash.
Yeah,
it's garbage. And honestly, like a 16-inch to 14-inch pizza, like training wise, and like really like it makes the most sense. Like a slice, a 20-inch slice, I think is beautiful, but a 16-inch pizza can feed 3 people, and it's so much easier to stretch than an 18.
Yeah.
But no, the Mamas and Papas, sorry, it's not good. There's a ton of them though. Yeah. But they have they have their own delivery service because Uber Eats ain't picking that up. But it's like a whole thing on like a top of like a Mini Cooper. Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
I kind of want to order one just because of the car to turn up with a pizza on a roof.
It's fucking crazy when they usually show up like at a kid's birthday because it's just like the kids can grab them. But to see the dude with a 36-inch pizza like coming in over his head, it's pretty fucking funny.
Being a kid with a pizza like that turning up, I mean, that might be dreams there.
It was. I mean, it's pretty cool when they open the box and this thing's fucking huge. But then like then you eat it but my son's like, yo, this. I'm like, how is it? He's like, yo, this is good, Dad. But he's a garbage can, dude. This kid, he'll eat anything. All right, you guys want to play a game before we leave?
Yeah, go on.
All right, first of all, thank you so much for taking the time. I know you guys had a busy schedule. It's also like a dream come true to meet Rich in IRL. We've talked for a long time, and I love you, dude. I'm in love with Rich. One of the coolest guys I've ever met via Instagram. I just like such a nice dude. And to be able to like get the triple whammy with all of you guys, it's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
So
thank
you.
Your podcasts are just, you know, what can't you do? You got your reels, you got a beautiful pizzeria.
All I have to do is start making money.
Yeah. Come and play blackjack with me.
Dude, all right. Are any of you guys gamblers?
Last night.
He was last night.
Were you winning?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I turned him into a gambler.
$60.
Nice, dude. Dude,
but Chris was telling me what to do. I don't know anything, so Chris was like, "Rich, you got to do this. You got to do that."
I didn't gamble, Rich. Remember?
Oh no, Chris didn't. Well,
Dude, his wife is hearing too many things.
We talked about this.
Yeah, he stood behind me and told me what to do.
Nice. Okay.
Down Fairmont Street. Yeah, it's good.
Since 2021, I've had the privilege of consulting on projects across the country, helping operators fine-tune their dough, systems, and everything in between. I take it seriously because I know what it's like to build something from scratch. It can be terrible and lonely. Plenty of folks reach out just to talk shop, and I'm always down to share what I know. But if you're ready to take things to the next level, the next step of improving or launching your business,
I offer a full menu of consulting services from dough doctoring to dialing in your systems, policies, and workflow. So head over to alexkoons.com to get in touch. Let's build something together. Better pizza for everyone. Okay, the game is over-under. Okay, overrated, underrated. Graza, olive oil. Overrated or underrated?
We don't know.
We don't use
Never
that.
used it? Graza? The Spanish?
Is that get Graza?
Yeah.
Oh,
The
The
fucking green
ball.
thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I've not
None
used
of you
it.
have used it?
No.
Jesus, it's all over here. Like
Yeah.
all the people that...
It's like Illuminous.
Yeah, I
Like-
figured they would have all hit you up for brand deals.
No, they've never sent us a bottle.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys are fucking up. And it's in Spain.
But is it?
Overrated or underrated?
Yeah.
Throw
we
it
don't
back
know.
to you.
Overrated.
Yeah. I know.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Can
overrated.
I
If you want to tell me, you don't know good olive oil, and there's a green bottle in the back, I'm not going to say the name, but
I'll tell you who's good olive oil.
who's good olive oil?
My friend Astrid, Opus Olea.
Okay.
She's like an olive oil sommelier, and I met her through a friend, and she gives, well, I buy her olive oil off her now, but it's like a little small business, but it's single origin, beautiful stuff.
From Italy?
Yeah, no, from Greece.
Oh, okay. Nice. Greek oil.
But yeah, it's good. It's
Okay.
good stuff. But yeah, I've learnt a lot from her.
What
She-
olive oils? Is that the olive oil you use when you cook?
That's what I use.
Okay.
But then I do like to go to Italian delis and
Yeah.
buy like when I did a pizza course with Marco Fuso, if you've ever
Okay.
interviewed him, but he's a great guy if you ever get the chance. He was like, get the best olive oil you can, like spend the most money on it, put a little drizzle on, and don't let anyone use it to cook with, but just put it on your pizza. So there's something nice about going to a shop and just looking at all the bottles and going, that's expensive. I'm only going to use 2 drops of it a year, but don't know where I'm going with that.
Just finishing your pizzas with
Yeah.
fucking like $100
But
olive oil.
But I do love the color of Get Grass. I love that color. I sometimes make like basil oil to get like that green hit sometimes.
So you know what it is.
We know what
Graza.
it is.
Oh,
We've
yeah.
just not.
Never
I've
used it.
never
Never
used
tried it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we know what it is.
Fuck. All right. I was really hoping for some spicy answers. All right.
But if you say underrated, we'll go with you.
No. Try it out yourselves.
Okay.
Send us some.
Yeah, get Graza, dude. You're fucking up.
We met Corto people last night, I think.
Those are my people, dude. That's good. That's great olive oil because there's
I
only
use
one
that.
Mediterranean climate like in the world, and it's like NorCal, and so like it's very similar, and the way that they harvest and when they harvest, it's always fresh.
They were very nice.
They're good people.
Where
I used
was
that
that
on
in
my
the,
pizza last year.
can't
Yeah.
remember where we were.
Yeah.
Who are the chili flakes you use? Because
Dude, Flatiron.
Flatiron. So
We
I
met
went to
them.
Flatiron and
Got
I'm
some.
like,
Dude, they're incredible. Hopefully you get
I
them
saw
through
them like,
customs.
"It's Flatiron. It's like the hot tongue. This is what they use. Like
This shit is
what's-"
fire.
Yeah.
Literally.
Wherever we went last night, I made sure the 2 bags I picked up to take home. We're taking Flatiron back to the UK. I was like, I really don't want to lose this because I want to try it, mainly because of you.
You didn't like put a little you didn't do a little like sniffer.
A little bump.
Yeah, a little bump of Flatiron. So you haven't tasted it yet?
No.
It's so crazy because he's like, I just want the peppers to speak for themselves. Like there's no pizza there. Like you're just getting peppers. But there's enough free pizza on the floor that you could have fucking little sip.
I used them on my pizza last year as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because dude, Scott Wiener's been like on
Yeah.
Flatiron for a long time,
Yeah.
and they were a sponsor for like the Slice Out Hunger thing last
Yeah,
year.
so I met him at Slice Out last year.
Yeah.
And then I was looking, because competing from the UK, obviously I can't bring anything with me. So I had to source everything when I got here. Mm-hmm. So I was looking around, and then it might have been Scott that introduced me to them. And then, yeah, so you'll be able to take them back. So I
Yeah.
took some back last year. It'll
Okay.
be fine.
We've got some. What did we get today? We've got some Mike's Hot Honey.
Mike's Hot Honey,
all stuff
yeah.
that we've seen for years.
Yeah.
And then we met them, and we didn't say hello to Mike, but he was there,
No,
I think.
he was- yeah.
But yeah, we got a little jar to take home.
Okay.
Just stuff that you-
We got a big bottle in the end.
Well,
well,
that's where I was going next. Overrated or underrated hot honey?
I'm going to go
Overrated?
overrated now.
Okay.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
Can I say overdone?
yeah.
Which would be overrated.
Overrated then.
Yeah.
Overrated. Yeah,
I think it's
I think it's just been used. It's too much. It's everywhere. It's like literally everywhere. Like on like fried chicken. It's not saying it doesn't taste good. I think I've just kind of overused it. So I'm finding I'm maybe going. I prefer maybe like a spicy, like the pepperoni or whatever. Do the spice, and then if I used honey, maybe just.
I use
Local,
just straight honey.
straight honey.
A lot now
for some sweetness.
Instead of, instead
if I
of
wanted to
hot
do,
honey.
or
Yeah.
like chutneys or jams or.
Tell you what's
Something like
nice: white truffle honey, with a little bit of salt on top.
Oh.
I tried to bring you a jar over, and the shop that normally sells it didn't sell it, but it's
White
like
truffle honey sounds crazy.
man, it's so good. Just on a bit of burrata, a bit of parma ham, little drizzle.
That's definitely at Flame Artist by Rich Payne. That dish right there.
Sprinkle of salt.
Rich, you haven't answered. Over or under?
So I am over hot honey, but every 6 months I'll crave like a pepperoni pizza and I'll want it. And I tried Mike's extra hot honey today, and that was really hot.
That was
and
good. That was good.
I like that. I hate hot honey that's not that hot.
Yeah.
To me,
Yeah.
it's got to make me go, oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
For the heat.
So I took an extra hot one back with
It's got
me.
to feel
so
the
when
pain.
yeah. Well, I feel like
If you
that.
don't, I'll make you feel it.
Yeah. But I feel like that, like pizza sandwiches, I think that moment has passed.
Yeah.
I think it's more about hydration, breaking that dough.
You got these are great leeways. So then the next one is overrated or underrated high hydration dough.
Overrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think overrated. I think there's too much of a like you do shit if it's not high.
Yeah.
Like there's too much of that. Like when I first started, one of my biggest gripes is I felt through social media under pressure to increase my hydration. And I remember the second time I made pizza, I bumped it up just by a few percent, and I hate it. It was so stressful. I couldn't handle it because I was new, and it was horrible. And that's one of my biggest bits of advice for new pizza makers. Like, don't feel under pressure to go high on your hydration. You can make amazing pizza with 65% hydration. It doesn't have to be.
Just ruined my own series there. No, do you know-
Nothing's ruining
Unless you're
that.
doing
man. You've gone viral.
120.
I have learned a lot doing the
Yeah,
going higher though. Like
I think it's a necessary stage that you should go through.
yeah,
you
you
should go as
definitely
high
do
as
it.
you possibly can, and then watch your videos and go even higher. But it teaches you so much about the dough. So it's not like it's overrated. It's like
you can't go backtrack now, Rich.
I don't know, because when I make pinza dough, that's really high hydration, and that's
Yeah, I suppose it
different
depends on the
dough, though.
style.
it's a
Yeah.
different style, but well fermented dough.
Well, I was
matter
going to
what
say
hydration.
fermentation is what
key.
now is what I'm learning. Like you could probably get a really good open crumb on a lower hydration if you get some of those other factors nailed. But that said, I think now I'm doing 115. I'm doing 120 when I get back. I think I'd probably settle on Neapolitan now, maybe like 85, which is high. It was crazy high. It is crazy high.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
But it's
that's
only
ballsy.
because a homemaker, I don't have the pressure to serve anyone. I can take my time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not.
And,
that would
you know,
be very hard to work at
Yeah,
within
that's,
service.
that's the thing. You're making them at home, and you're going, "Would this work in a restaurant?"
No way.
I don't think it would.
No.
No way.
But yeah, I'm gonna kind of once I do blow it up, I'm gonna literally keep going until I can't make a pizza. I'm gonna
Pancakes.
maybe come back and find my perfect higher hydration. So keep your eyes peeled.
It is weird that like I feel like everybody at the same time like learned baker's percentages or something, and it was kind of like, what's your hydration, dude? Like fucking sussing people out. Like, and if it was 68 or lower, it was like whatever.
But when you don't know as well, when you're starting out,
yeah,
you don't know, so you think. I thought high hydration was the key, and I'd always be asking, like, was it Miriam Nazar report? She used to make pizza in her flat in New York, and I'd join her live, and I'd like, what hydration is that dough? What's your salt percentage? And it was always.
I do
you don't
slightly
know.
hate. I do slightly hate like when I was sort of like learning. So I'm totally trying to do it like in a way that's not like snobby. You get a lot of like proper. There's nothing wrong with being nerdy and intellectual about like your baking and your dough, but I feel like sometimes people talk down to you. Like I know all this language that you've got no idea about, and so I think my experiment is just trying to just play around.
Yeah.
Play with your food, have fun.
Keep it fun.
Yeah.
Well, it should be
See what
fun,
happens.
and I think that was great advice. Like, you should go as high as you fucking possibly can, and still make a pizza, and then be like,
See
well,
what
I made
happens.
it there, and I don't need to be there all the time. But like, if you're doing 85% or you're doing 110%, this is another thing with hydration, which a lot of like dough or bread
Yeah.
bakers don't understand. You can have a higher hydration, but if you're using whole wheat, you can do 100%.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and it's the dough's gonna be easy to use. So at 85%, are you just using an all-purpose, or like what kind of flour are you
I mean,
using?
I'm chucking in. I've got whole wheat. I've got semolina
Okay,
in there.
yeah. Well, then
I've
it's
got-
going to be much like 85 sounds mental.
Yeah, I've got bit of Canadian
Using
flour.
Canadian strong flour.
Yeah,
It's not-
15%.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm hacking it. You got to hack everything, man.
Yeah, because I've made like dough recipes that are almost 100%
Yeah.
hydration, but you would not even know it because the flour itself is
exactly.
so fucking thirsty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm kind of, though I'm doing this can't speak. Though I'm doing this high hydration stuff, my favorite pizza at the moment is like thin and crispy.
Yeah.
So that's sort of like my jam at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah,
Roman style.
Roman style.
Yeah.
Tomato.
Tonda. Yeah.
nice and high, nice and high.
Yeah, man.
Okay, overrated, underrated, Caputo flour. Shit.
Underrated. Okay.
Okay,
I wouldn't use it on its own.
what's that mean? You would do a blend?
Blend.
Okay.
But whenever I've switched away, sometimes the pizzas don't turn out as good. So they've got some wizardry magic in there.
Okay.
But I do like to prefer finding a local organic maker of the other doughs. So yeah, I normally blend
Okay. You do use Caputo though.
sometimes. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So underrated.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go overrated now because I think there's just so much other good flours out there. And I think, especially in the UK, there's some really, like when I first started out, it was like, I need to get Caputo because there's no other decent flours around. But now there's loads. There's some really good companies that are, the flour I use now, the Sonata, are some of the best pizzas I've made using that flour. Like there's a lot of decent ones. So I think, yeah, I'll go overrated.
Okay. And when did that?
Sorry
when
to
did that?
anyone in
When did that?
Caputo.
When did that change kind of happen? When there was like more options, or
Yeah, I'd probably say over the last year
Okay.
or 18 months.
Okay.
I think
so it's pretty.
pretty recent.
Okay.
Yeah, but saying like that, it does give good results.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I'm
Yeah.
backtracking.
No.
I'm staying.
Nah.
I'm
Stay where you're at. Yeah.
But
Stand ground.
Also, like
They're gonna kill you.
don't be about. Yeah.
You guys they're gonna fucking murder you, dude.
I'm not
Is this
dead. I'm the
going-
only one alive. I'll be the last ambassador. But also, like, don't necessarily be snobby about it. If you're starting out and you've got Caputo, you're gonna get a good pizza. out of
Yeah.
it.
They're fucking Well, if
Yeah,
you're
I
starting
mean,
out,
so-
you're paying for that Caputo.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Is it?
It's expensive as shit here.
See, it's
Oh,
not.
really?
Yeah, it's
It's-
very expensive flour. So it's like $38 to $50 a bag.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
So
that for
it's
us.
not-
How big's
Yeah,
the
so-
bag? Like,
That's a 50-pound bag, but that's like also like it's like almost more of a flex to be using Caputo. Like,
Yeah.
and I think it's like a
Yeah.
thing.
See that? Yeah. Depends where you live in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're.
So it's a different thing over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always my when I started doing my hold was like I literally buy a 25 kilo bag of flour, use that, and then buy a different brand, and then I've just been trying them all. And then some of my best pizzas were a 50-50 blend of Caputo Blue and Cuoco. And you could take a bit higher hydration. I don't know. I've never had a bad experience with Caputo. Having said that, I want to use like local brands.
Yeah. That's the.
So
Yeah.
you're saying
I'm saying underrated. I said,
underrated.
yeah, but overrated if you're paying that much for it to fly it to
Okay.
USA.
Yeah. All right.
It's like,
It's in the supermarket for us. We can just pick it
Yeah.
up. It's not that expensive.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
not the case.
but like even even the uni flour is really good. I was kind of
Yeah, it's
thinking
decent
like,
stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't want them to branch out into flour because I don't want to have to use uni flour all the time. I want to use other brands as well. But that's another thing about unis. They're totally fine with that. They're like, use it whenever you want, and if you do, put a picture of it or be honest.
Yeah.
But it's really good flour.
But yeah, it's also like you're a kid in a candy store, new flour. Got to try something.
Yeah,
like
try it all out.
But the whole thing is like I don't want to. I
Settle.
want to keep trying new flours and.
Never sell.
Yeah,
you play for it at home.
you're always tinkering, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I stick with like the same kind of brands, but different kind of grains.
What do you use?
We use Karen Springs. We use 3 types of flour and a little bit of King Arthur to like supplement, just because it's so. Karen Springs is a very expensive brand, so it's like $50 to $53 a bag.
Is that
and
American?
it's milled. It's American. It's milled in the Pacific Northwest in Washington. It's like beautiful stone ground. You can see like you can still see like
People like
the
seeing
grain,
a
the
bit of that in your
germ. Like
dough as
it's
well.
like and it can be a little higher in hydration, and it smells like flour, and like your dough ball has color to it. All those things I really like, and like a white dough ball kind of freaks me out. I'm not gonna lie. Like there seems something unnatural. Like I like the color of the earth where like the grain came from, and white is not that color.
Yeah.
I know it's normal, but like it's always weird to see just a straight
So
white
that
dough
machine
ball.
that was squeezing them
Yeah, I
out
was
today,
just thinking about that.
squeezing out like a white bit, and it would roll down and become a ball. Cool, but
Yeah,
but
well,
weird.
technology's
That-
getting
that-
fucking
that was
crazy.
white.
All right, this is gonna be the last one. Overrated or underrated? The pizza Pilgrims.
I can't. I've never had them, so I can't.
What?
You've never had the pizza Pilgrims?
Oh no!
I love the Pizza
Do you
Pilgrims.
know what? It's just, do you know what? I'm going to give this answer, but before I say this, it's like they are like the dons of the UK scene. They brought Neapolitan pretty much to the UK
Yeah.
In a Gosney.
in a Gosney.
In a what knee?
So
On the back of a scooter, dude.
they're fucking
They're great,
definitely over.
great content creators too.
Yeah.
Both of those dudes.
I worked in Soho. I used to get pizzas from their thing. They inspired me to start.
They did. They
Really?
Lo and behold, yeah, because it was their journey around Italy. I'm like, so I want to do that.
Oh man, I don't want to give an answer.
I'm so glad I've not tried them.
Yeah, dude, you're lucky. You're like,
It's just because I'm not in London. That's why. It's just.
Actually, yeah, for Neapolitan, underrated.
underrated.
I'll go with that. Yeah,
You'll go underrated.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But Neapolitan's not necessarily my go-to.
Yeah.
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 But I like I say, they changed the UK scene. So, yeah, I got a lot of love for their story, man.
Okay. So you're gonna go underrated.
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't have them, and you're gonna go.
I'm gonna go underrated
Okay.
because I love them. I think they're great. I think the energy they brought. All their pizzerias are they're all pretty lively.
Do they have this,
And-
like sick designs and shit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
But again, the sense of fun you get from is it Tom and James.
Tom and James, yeah.
Sense of fun you get from them, I feel, comes across in their restaurants. And although they've opened up a lot of branches now,
27, dude.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they're more
like,
like-
so.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much they still own of it, or
Yeah.
whatever. But whilst they're still the figureheads, I feel like their fun will translate into every pizzeria. And for me, their margarita with Nduja, it's a classic. It's I always know I'm going to get good pizza there.
Yeah. You're not going to get
I've
bad.
never not had a good one. No, never had a bad one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're
same.
good.
Not had a bad one there.
But having said that, there are lots of new places in London that you want to try. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're like a fucking chain at this point.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
The biggest pizza chain in the
Yeah.
UK.
yeah. But the chain with a visible
It's not pizza.
people that
but-
I can connect with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I personally like that
Yeah.
as a brand.
Sick.
Yeah.
All right. Am I missing anything, dudes?
I don't think so.
You guys want to say anything else? Shout anyone else out?
Rich Payne.
Feel the
Pain. You were Dick Payne last night. Weren't you?
Dude, I didn't even think of it. Doubles up as dick pain, dude.
Sake, not on the podcast.
Yes, dude. That's what it's going to be. Everyone's Instagram is going to be
Listen.
like Dick Payne.
Listen,
dough and
I
behold.
got.
I didn't say
Damn, that was such an opportunity for me to call you Dick Payne this whole time, dude. Wow. What a way to end it.
I got through my whole school life. Even I thought of it at
Yeah.
the age of like 7.
Yeah.
But no one thought of it at school.
one
I
called
was
you Dick Payne at school?
They called me Paynex tissues for some reason. There was Kleenex tissues, and I was for some reason I was called Paynex.
creative.
But no one called me Dick Payne until I started my professional work life. Ian Baker at VTR, where I worked then, he was like, "Oh yeah, I just joined as a junior smoke editor." And as a junior smoke artist, and I was sat next to Ian, and he was training me up, and he was like, "Oh, come on, Richie P." Everyone calls me Richie P, and he was like, Richie P, Dickie P, Dick Payne, Dick Payne, Dick Payne. And then like everyone
I feel like
just
that
like,
just happened to me.
everyone just
We all
got
started turning you standing. I was like, wow. Why did we
literally
not start the pod with that?
took 25 years.
Yeah.
I had
took
25
us 2
years.
hours.
Dick Payne free.
Yeah, it only came out last night, didn't it?
Dick Payne came out last
Some
night.
cab driver.
That's after you, after
That was
6
it.
drinks.
Vegas cab driver was abusing me.
Dick Payne's out, dude.
Come on, let's just forget this.
Thank you, guys. This was a blast.
Well, I got a present for you.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Do you want to do it live on the podcast?
Sure.
Okay, and we're going to ask you overrated or underrated.
Oh, no, dude. Oh, no, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, how much high? You're staying high hydration.
Okay. I bought you a present from UK.
Okay.
Candy Kittens. So if you watched Made in Chelsea,
Yeah.
one of the guys from the original series, he had so much money.
He's made
used it
these.
to make some candy
Okay,
kittens.
I love that.
But they're quite nice. I quite like them, and they're actually pretty good health-wise, sweet-wise. They're not full of crap.
Okay. Was Joey Essex on Made in Chelsea?
No.
No, he was
Only wears Essex.
Towie.
Oh,
wasn't
that's
it?
right.
Towie, yeah.
Towie, yeah.
Zoom in on his face.
No, these are good. Underrated.
I like 'em. Okay, next one.
Oh my God, beans.
Heinz baked beans.
This is okay. I'll put this on my toast tomorrow. That's what you guys do, right?
Yeah.
When did that start happening?
Beans on toast.
Forever.
Like beans on toast?
In
Like, I'll eat it.
1875.
I'd eat like a bean and cheese burrito, but like Heinz beans on toast. Do you toast? Like, is there butter on the bottom?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got
Okay.
to put.
Has to.
Actually, I got you 2 cans.
You're going to be needing this.
Heinz baked.
Oh, no, you got to
you
cook them.
can't eat them cold.
Oh, I'm not gonna cook them. You can eat them like this.
Yeah, I
You
ate
can.
them
You
but-
can.
Do you?
Are they gonna be sweet?
all. So
No.
No, they're not sweet
a
beans.
little, if you cook them.
Oh, they taste sweet.
If you.
Okay.
If you cook them with a bit of
It's on the fence, man.
What was that?
Heinz, I mean that's a classic.
10
bit-
out of 10.
That's a classic bit of artwork.
Those are
as well.
good beans.
Yeah,
That's good crunch. All right, underrated. What else we got?
excellent.
That's gonna be hard to beat. The beans were bomb.
If you heat them up in a pan and you put a little knob of butter in,
Okay.
knob,
What do you call a knob, dude?
what? A little knob of butter.
That's a
Okay.
Yeah,
British.
little knob
Yeah.
of butter.
Yeah.
No, I know, but isn't it knob?
knob.
You call people a knob?
You can be a knob.
You're a knob.
Yeah. That's why I was trying to be like, who you call a knob?
Yeah, a little knob of butter. That's it. Oh, actually,
He gives me the Coke.
crack. Hold on.
Do they sell this in America? I feel like we have baked beans.
I don't know.
I don't know.
This is from across the pond.
Present from London. Tacky English
Fridge magnet.
fridge magnet stuff.
This is definitely underrated. We love magnets on our fridge. You get that? London.
London, baby.
Oh, that's a sick bag.
And I got you a double-decker bus.
Oh my goodness. This is the one from Harry Potter.
It's like 5 for 10 quid. Super cheap.
Thank you.
Hey,
This is all
'Cause I
really
love you.
beautiful. Dude, and I love you too. Man, I've never gotten beans before from another man or another human.
also,
Jack and the Beanstalk.
I know you give me your t-shirts.
Yeah, no, you never sent me one. Yes, dude. Oh, that's sick.
I only got like 4 made up.
Thank
before
you.
I came out.
Limited edition.
And hopefully, is that a large?
It is large.
That's all I've got.
All right, I'll take it. I'll have to lose some weight after I eat these beans.
Eddie will sort you out.
I gotta get on Eddie's plan, dude.
I hope you enjoyed that episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We appreciate you.
We love you. Thank you so much.